Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edminston and CJ Hertz on AM 560, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by Mid-South Power Distributors. All things diesel for over 26 years. Now, here are your hosts, Peter and CJ.
Hey, everybody, welcome in on a hump day. Everybody, it's time. It's time for us to have a little fun with you over the next 3 hours. That's what we're going to do here at Sports 56 Mornings on a beautiful Wednesday morning. It is lovely. The temperature outside is lovely. It is very nice. Not super humid. Probably not going to be super humid today. Don't expect any rain. Should be a very nice day. So, to honor that and to celebrate that, amongst many other things, it is my great privilege and honor to welcome myself to the program. And also a similar, although not as great of an honor, to welcome my partner, none other than CJ Hurt, everybody.
Hey, everybody. What's going on?
Doing okay.
What happened to the background?
We were doing a little experimentation pre-show. And,
okay.
Turns out that my background area where I'm doing the show is not conducive to the virtual background. And my laptop is not wanting to run the regular virtual background. So it just turns out making me look like some kind of a ghost or something. It's really weird.
I thought we were going to do the show with Ghost Feeder. I was looking forward to that.
Well, I mean, maybe we will.
I think
right now, I didn't want to freak people out right out of the gate.
Oh.
Let's ease people into that.
Okay. All right. Understandable. But, again, I think that would be a fun thing for people to look at in the morning if they're watching us on Twitter or YouTube or Periscope or Instagram or wherever else they can watch us. Like, it would be fun to look up and be like, wait, is that Ghost Peter? Did Peter actually get superpowers? Because that's what Zach and I thought. Zach and I actually thought that you got superpowers after our superpower conversation. Well,
and it's interesting, too, the superpower conversation that we had. There's another one that I want to have later on as well. That is sort of related in a way to what we were talking about yesterday. So hopefully we can do that. But before we get too much further, I think it is important for us to bring in the third member of the team here. He is, of course, the Deacon of the Dollar. He is stacking it all the way to the ceiling, as you may know. The stacks continue to just kind of build up, and up. And even in the midst of the coronavirus, because he is such a savvy investor, he's doing okay for himself. You know why? Because he don't need meat, which means he can't be beat.
He don't scream in his wildest dream.
He is too busy with his money to worry about any old honey.
My man eats a ton of Reggies. Well, eats a ton of veggies.
Eats a ton of Reggies.
No,
what?
Eats a ton of veggies. Knows a ton of
Oh.
Reggies. I'm sorry. I apologize. Eats a ton of veggies. He eats a lot of veggies, people, not Reggies.
Eating them Reggies.
I'm on my Jim Justice stuff over here.
I
apologize. There was a glitch. It was a glitch, Zach.
It was an audio glitch?
It was an audio glitch.
Like Jim Justice? Yeah. Uh-huh.
My bad.
I thought his original intent was good. I'm not the world's biggest Jim Justice fan, but I thought he pretty well nailed it on the first take.
That apology was something else, man.
Yeah. I've never said it, and I would never say it.
Like that of all words.
Come on.
Like that is a word that
you said it all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It flowed mighty fine from the mouth. Like it was good.
Probably some other words he said.
Well, listen, we're not talking about that. He probably doesn't have one of those bones in his body, Peter. He definitely has that F bone in his body. Like, I know he's got that one. And it sounded like he was going to say FGD, like back to back. Like, follow the bleeping GD guidelines. That's what I was thinking he was going to say. But we've Zach has stopped the music all of a sudden.
Whoa. Sounds like you got that sounds like the beginning of a line. Like do you have a F bone in your body?
What? Yes, I have a fibula. Why do you ask?
Oh, sorry. It feels like the other half of that. Anyway, He stopped the music because he couldn't be bothered with all this nonsense. He said, just forget about it. That's fine. I'm done with it. The Deacon doesn't have time for any shenanigans. He's too busy making all that sweet, sweet money. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Similac Zach, a.k.a. Breast Milk, a.k.a. the Deacon of the Dollar. He is none other than Rack City's finest. He is Zach Boyd. Good morning, Zach.
You got to turn yourself on, Zach.
There it is.
I could hear him just fine.
I knew it was going to happen one time. Good morning, guys.
Question mark. Good morning. What do you mean? What do you mean one time?
What time?
One time? Yes. Good morning, Zach. How are you feeling?
A little sleepy. I'm a little sleepy this morning.
Okay.
Let's see. I was up like around 2 or 3 o'clock this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I took a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, are you on CJ's schedule now?
Yes, he is. He very much is. Zach,
I might
CJ,
have
stop spreading this stuff.
I'm sorry.
might-
I do the best I can. I apologize.
You're spreading this thing, man. This is contagious.
I might have to be on CJ's schedule, and I don't have a wife, and because I was just
It'll
up.
be easier for you to be on CJ's schedule than CJ. It's hard for CJ to be on CJ's schedule.
I'm CJ. I made the damn schedule. It's easy
Yeah, but
for CJ to
it's
be
not
on
going
CJ's
well for
schedule.
you. It's not going well for you though. Your wife doesn't like it. You're not enjoying it. It's not good for you at all.
Well, I have found, because yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, we ended up running downtown and grabbing margaritas to go and celebrating, looking out over the Mississippi River. And I have found that if you just get her hammered, she takes naps like I take naps. So yesterday was a great day in the Hurt household.
What time did you? What time did she pass out?
3,
What time did she wake up?
8,
What time did you wake up?
2.
See, that's what I'm talking about. even when you get it together, you slept 11 hours and then you're doing what? I don't even understand.
I don't know.
Where, like, if you check CJ's Twitter situation, like he only tweets between like the hours of 3 and 5 a.m.
Yes.
Like that, 6 a.m. Once the show starts, like he doesn't tweet. And then that's the end of him for the day. So I will say that's going to limit your interaction. I would suggest you start getting followers. You start getting followers like over in the UK or in Japan or something.
I'm an international brand, Peter.
That's going to be
I'm
better for you
international, man.
in the United States because most people are asleep.
Well, the thing about me, like, I just get on social media.
We weren't talking about you, Zach.
Well, we started talking about that.
It was about me.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Today's going to be great.
I'm just joking.
Like, I would chill on social media and I might retweet a couple of things, but most of the time I'm just like reading about stuff that happened like 4 hours ago that I missed.
You're
So
just reading about stuff that happened 4 hours ago. That's what happens. That's what we do.
yeah,
That's what we do.
and then I just
You're not
kind
worried
of
about it.
then I kind of like turned that into, okay, let's watch a TV show, knowing that I have to be up or try to wake up around 4 o'clock so I can be at work on time. And I'm watching anime in subtitles and at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and that was
That's what's happening to all of us.
I don't know what to say.
What anime are you watching, Peter?
I mean, I'm not. I'm asleep.
Okay, I'm watching
saying,
Beastars. Zach, check out Beastars. I just finished that.
Beastars?
Beastars, yes.
Beef stars?
Beast Stars.
Beast stars.
Okay.
Beastars, but it's
I was really hoping beef stars would be better.
that would be interesting. Yeah, Beastars is weird. Get into some of that action. That's what I watch.
I could watch beef stars for sure.
2:30 when I wake up. Of course.
I watched the Dark Side of the Ring last night.
What's
was
that?
Good. The remember we're going to talk to our buddy Dustin Starr. On a weekly basis. We're going to start talking tomorrow. I think tomorrow at 9 is when we start doing our stuff with Dustin on a regular basis. But anyway, so Dark Side of the Ring is a documentary series on some of the darker side of wrestling. You know, the stories that are a little salacious, a little scandalous, and that sort of thing. Last night was a gentleman by the name of Herb Abrams and the UWF, the Universal Wrestling Federation, which did not last very long. But Abrams' story is Abrams is something else, man. Somehow he was in the fashion business and he had a bunch of money and he was just a big wrestling fan. He wanted to try to start a federation to compete with the WWF, which is very expensive. But he just started throwing around money left and right, and it would have been okay, I suppose, except that he had a massive cocaine problem and also a massive sex addiction, and so that combination not great for the finances. As it turns out, I don't know if anybody's aware of that.
Yeah,
but anyway, so he would have these events, but he wouldn't pay the talent. The checks would bounce, if at all, and then the people would come to get the money, and they knock on his hotel room and they open it up, and he'd have piles of cocaine on his nightstands, and he'd have two high class call girls in his room, and he'd answer the door naked with cowboy boots on, and that'd be that on that, and trying to get your money, and that's what you have to deal with. And the stories are amazing.
Yes.
He died many years ago, 30, 25 years ago, but he died in the midst of some sort of a insane sex-fueled romp where apparently he was getting arrested and the cops potentially were going to come get him or something, but they found him covered in Vaseline and cocaine with hookers or something.
This can't be real.
Yeah, it was real. That's what they found. It was just an insane debauchery of drugs and women. In the one
and Vaseline.
But the one guy, there was one of his former colleagues who said the actual line. I swear to you, this is the line from the show. That's why it's such a great show. He said, "Well, the one thing we know is that Herb Abrams died doing what he loved: cocaine and hookers."
What?
That was yes. That's a word for word line from the show.
Okay.
What a eulogy! He died doing what he loved:
cocaine
and hookers.
Okay, that's better than.
We should all be so lucky.
That's better than putting balls on my face.
I don't think
your boy and Tiger King.
Oh well, that's different.
At that eulogy.
That's a different deal. But yeah, for similar vibe.
Okay.
Similar vibe for sure. Anyway, well worth watching. Go check it out. It's on Vice. Maybe we'll talk to Star about that tomorrow. But it's never heard that line before. That line made me laugh. Very, very rare that I laugh. You just watching TV and you just laugh out loud by yourself. But that's what happened. I just started laughing hysterically because it was ridiculous. Now today on the show, we're going to talk to our buddy Rob Fisher. See how quarantine life's going as he's sort of nurturing a new superstar. That is his daughter Keegan, who's the namesake of Keegan Sports, which is interviewing big names across the sports world, except for us. For some reason, we have not made the list yet. I don't know why is that. I don't know.
Does she not know I'm an international superstar?
I mean, again, this is part of why your brand needs to be improved in the United States, because right now she doesn't realize that. She doesn't know that. So she doesn't know where your brand is big, so she's not sure. She's a youngster. Why is she not interviewing Zach? That's the bigger question.
Yes.
Zach's the real superstar around here.
Yeah, Zach has been published many times. I don't think either
so
one of us have been published.
Why are we not interviewing in Rack City's finest? That I cannot explain.
Speaking of that, I'm on deadline again.
For you got a new piece coming.
Yeah, I got another piece coming.
What are we writing about this time?
This is about two pastors. They started a podcast together.
Two Pastor Podcast.
Pastor Pod.
Because obviously churches cannot, come together. I mean, I think now they can, but I don't think they're open.
They probably shouldn't.
And so
not in the way that they were. But anyway, yes. Two Pastor Podcast.
Right. And so
Pastcast.
And so they interviewed a lady who survived the COVID-19, and they told her story. And so that's pretty much my story.
So you're going to tell the story of them telling her story?
They told her story?
Well, they interviewed her. And so I'm going to go in and tell the story.
You're going to tell their story of her story?
No. Well,
you're going to tell the story of them you're going to tell the story about them telling her story.
We're getting into like some Inception level storytelling now.
It's a story. It's
a story within a story.
This is exciting.
It's like two stories in one. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So it's a story about how they got started with their podcast from because everything was shut down.
Mm-hmm.
While at the same time they interviewed this lady of how she kind of got through COVID-19.
Okay. Like I said, story within a story.
The Assembly of Pod. That's what we're going to call that now.
Okay. I like that.
Seventh-day Podventist.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Well, we're excited to see when that comes. When's your deadline? Did he fall asleep? Is he okay?
He's not listening.
I said, when's your deadline?
Deadline is in 2 weeks.
What were you listening to? We just lost you there. It looked like I'm watching you here.
Yeah, I'm
on our video stream, which anyone can jump on. By the way, Periscope.
Yeah, I was.
What were you doing? You looked like you were right there with us, and then we just lost you mentally. You just kind of lost you there.
No, I was with you. I was like really focused on this screen that I'm working on.
What now? Focused on your screen that you're working on.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I'm trying to find something. And so that's why I was.
What are you trying to find?
What's the name of the wrestler again?
It was a gentleman named Herb Abrams, but he wasn't a wrestler. He was the owner of the thing.
Okay, there.
He tried to kind of get involved as like a manager or something, but he was the owner of the thing.
Gotcha.
Herb Abrams.
Herb Abrams.
Yes. Yeah. Well worth checking on. The stories are. That was that time everybody was just we were just into some stuff like that. You had the Cowboys had the White House. You had the
wait. So this is in the 90s?
Yeah, this was the early night. Yeah, same time frame of like the U and all that stuff.
Okay.
Very similar energy.
Oh.
When everyone was just like apparently just handing out like starter kits with cocaine and.
We was wilding.
It was wild. Everyone was just that was. Mid to late 80s and into the early 90s, that was the deal. And then the AIDS stuff came, and that kind of limited a lot of the sex stuff. And turns out that cocaine's really bad for you and not great, and also very expensive, and all that stuff. So we learned some lessons, is what we're saying here. It's a lesson. This is about learning lessons in life. So we don't do that stuff anymore. I don't think anyone does. Cocaine was eradicated as a drug. I don't think anyone's doing it anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure nobody is still doing that at
just
all.
Out. Nobody does drugs anymore.
No,
that's great.
No.
Congratulations to us.
Marijuana count? No, it don't count. It's legal now. No.
It's legal in many places.
Yeah, it's legal most places. No, it don't
Fine
count.
with me.
Yeah.
To me, I just, it's like NCAA thing. I'm, a few $100, I'm not really worried about it. There's probably more important things going on.
Marijuana is the NCAA violation of drugs.
To me, it's like, I am not. I don't personally, partake, but like, that's my just on a personal level. I don't smoke anything. I don't smoke cigars, cigarettes. Never have ever smoked anything of any sort. Never once.
I smoke the haters.
Well, that's fine. That's a different sort of thing. Never smoked crack. Never smoked anything. Not even crack.
Not even crack.
Not even crack. Not even just a little.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little.
Not even just a little piece of it.
No. I know.
Wow.
I know.
That's surprising.
You have to tell me what that's like, CJ. No, I'm assuming that hopefully none of our listeners are involved in that trade. That's a pretty nasty business there. We don't even want any part of that. Now, as I mentioned, we've got a lot coming on. So obviously, we're going to talk to our buddy Rob Fisher coming up later on in the show. Also, we're going to catch the flip side of our discussion yesterday, because we had the discussion extended to my house as well. The discussion about what is what superpower would you choose to have?
Okay,
if you choose to have a superpower. I want we're gonna get back into that on the other side though. It's different. Take a little bit of a different approach to that. So we'll do that later on. Also, we'll continue the discussion about the reopening to whatever extent we're going to try to do that, and how things are going with some teams and sports around the world. It's definitely a tiptoe sort of process. We're going to discuss that. Also, CJ, did you know today some hair places, barber shops and hair salons and nail salons can reopen to some extent?
Yes, I was aware of that. Saw that on the local news before I took my nap.
So do we think we're just gonna see a whole bunch of people out there? What are we gonna do here?
Nah, we're not gonna see a whole bunch of people out there. I think it's still that the confidence has to be there. We talked about this yesterday. If the confidence isn't there that there's adequate treatment and going to be an adequate response to the pandemic, people aren't going to just be flocking from their homes to visit these establishments. So you'll get a couple people out there initially, and I think that's it. I don't think we're going to see just a mass exodus of everybody from their homes fleeing to reopen the economy by going to nail salons, restaurants, bars, stuff like that.
Does not appear that way, certainly. But you have to kind of see how it all goes, and obviously, a lot of folks out there, yours truly, very much included, could use a haircut. I got quarantine hair like nobody's business. My hair is wild these days.
I got some clippers, man. If you want to get some of this.
Hair doesn't do well with clippers. I need
really?
style. I need styled. Yeah.
Okay.
It becomes too. It doesn't cut evenly.
Okay.
Because my hair is sort of wavy. I got the waves going, and I got a little bit of the wiry thing. So like it just kind of all the little ends kind of they don't match up. So it ends up just looking kind of spiky and weird.
Okay.
If you cut it with the clippers. So if I were to just go all the way bald.
Hey.
No.
Come on, man.
No. My head is too big for that.
It'll be okay.
It would be disconcerting. Also, God knows what my scalp color would be. The whiteness on that would be probably alarming. Because that thing has not seen the sun in ever. I don't know. Since I was a newborn coming out of the hospital, that was probably the last time my scalp saw sun.
Mm-hmm.
So you see this very thick sort of people that can, this very thick. My hair is very woolly. There's a lot of hair going. The thickness is outrageous.
3 C's.
Oh, 4 or 5 probably. Every time I get my haircut, the comment is like, "Man, alive, you got a lot of hair." It looks like a crime scene when we're done. We got hair everywhere. You got hair all over the ground. You got patches and piles. It's just it's a mess. Long story short, I'm not going to use the clippers, but thank you for the offer. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Maybe down the line, maybe we could revisit that at some point. We'll see. Have either one of you guys, has it changed the reopening of any of this stuff? Has it changed your situation at all? Have you decided? Have you made a point to go out or do anything different?
No, it's done nothing for us. We've tried as best we could to stay in and get a little bit of exercise, going for walks. We've started doing that right when the pandemic popped off, trying to find areas where a whole lot of people aren't around to walk. So we tend to stay, typically we stay away from parks and just do neighborhoods. We did a Broad, because I stay in Binghamton, so we walked down Broad to Overton Park and back. We've gone to various neighborhoods and walked around over there trying to keep distance from everybody. And on special occasions, we go to a restaurant, get it to go, call in no food, grab the food to go, and then go about our business. So yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. My wife really wanted tacos to celebrate, give her that sense of normalcy. We ended up going downtown, grabbing margaritas to go, grabbing a couple of tacos, sitting down on the river.
Passing out.
And going back home to pass out. So it's not going to change.
You didn't pass out on the river.
No.
Which is nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Good thinking. We had Taco Tuesday as well. I mean, when Cinco de Mayo syncs up with Taco Tuesday, you have to do that at some point. It's just no doubt about that. Zach, have you been out and about? I heard you were hitting the clubs last night.
Oh no, I was at the house.
Are the clubs open? I don't think the clubs are open.
They should be essential.
I wouldn't know.
When was the last time you went to the club, Zach?
I've never been to a club.
We went to the Turn Up.
Yeah, the Turn Up. But to me, that was a little different, though. It wasn't like it didn't have like a club feel to it.
Okay.
But
it was an older crowd, old school hip hop being played.
Yeah.
Remarkably mature.
Yeah, but
I'm saying you're as a gentleman in his mid-20s. The club was in my mid-20s, I was at the club.
Were you a club rat? Were you in there constantly?
I wouldn't say I wasn't in there constantly, but I was in there enough. I was in there from
once a week
on a semi-regular basis. Probably not. I'd say like 2 or 3 times a month, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't know about every week, but probably every other week at least. I would say it's in the club, getting it. Getting down like, hey, what's up?
Is that what you were doing? I hope that's not what you were doing.
Yeah, that's the move right there. That's the move right there.
I'm not a club guy either, man. It's
like
too loud.
Very, very chill.
Why would you not want to go to a club and pay, $10, $15, $20
to get in,
to get in, and have to scream at the top of your lungs to the person next to you? That's a great deal.
And how much are we paying for drinks?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Somewhere between $5 and $20. Gosh. Hey, how's it go? Ah, hi. Yeah, screaming. No, I don't understand it. Not ever understood the appeal. But hey, listen, certainly not now. But D can get out there sometime. You know what I mean? Try it once. See if you like it. Try it once. I bet you won't. But try it. Just try it once. I think you owe it to yourself to try it one time, and just see what you got.
We'll see.
Text to 67129. Call us 360-8255. Up next, we'll hear what Laird Veach, the athletic director of the University of Memphis, had to say about next year's football season when we return. Sports 56 Mornings, right here, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 Middays, delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Farmers Insurance knows that there's a not-so-subtle difference between the sound of a car hitting your rear bumper and the sound of a clown car hitting your rear bumper.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Sorry about that.
We call that a 3-ring fender bender, and we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent.
They know a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles when smiles are hard to get. You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Limb Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC-accredited facility, and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Limb Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselimbembrace.com.
Wolf Chase Limb and Brace.
This is a commercial announcement. Picture this scenario. A shortage of fuel has closed your electric utility, or any possible disaster has just devastated your town. You're out of power, no lights, and no news. That's why federal and state agencies urge every home to have an emergency radio. Now you can get a free Dynamo World Band emergency radio. This powerful radio lets you stay informed during any type of emergency. It doesn't even need batteries and comes with a hand-crank generator and super bright LED flashlight. The Dynamo emergency radio includes the NOAA weather band, a long-range AM receiver, a high-sensitivity FM band, and even a USB jack to charge cell phones or other devices. The Dynamo emergency weather band radio retails for almost $30. But Newsmax wants to make sure you get this radio. So check out the free offer for the emergency radio by going to gettheradio.com. That's gettheradio.com, or call 800-NEWSMAX. This radio could save your life. This is a limited offer and may end soon, so order today.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. We are real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edminston and CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Mid-South Power Distributors. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
To the club with Rhapsody's at.
This ain't Britney. Wait, what is this?
Kids Bop.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, listen to that. That's the best Kids Bop song I've ever heard. That sounds real close. I mean, we gotta. Are we kid? Why don't we? Are we doing inappropriate Kids Bop today? Because that's always fun. The songs that there's no reason kids need to be listening to, and certainly don't need to be analyzing.
That's my goal today.
Give me my neck, my back. Find the Kids Bop version of that.
Because we did the what was the Ice Cube, straight out of Compton. Yeah. Ice Cube version.
That was straight out of high school, right? Or straight out of preschool.
I think it was some school.
It's some school. That was hilarious.
We did math and reading.
Do it good.
Did we do math and reading?
Like you should.
Math and reading.
Oh, we did math and reading.
Math and reading, and learning them. Big learning. What? I forget. How
I can't forget.
Oh.
I remember the my neck, my back one.
Math and reading. Math and reading.
I can't remember how that one ended. Clean
so,
it now.
Is it
clean it good. Clean this room just like you should. Right now, clean it good. Clean this room just like you should. Your books, your socks. Pick your clothes up and your blocks.
So is it Kids Bop Day today? Is that the deal?
Yeah, it's Kids Bop today, but we're gonna
find the inappropriate one.
Yeah.
Okay. Kids
So this song, was this Britney song?
I did it again. Yes.
Yeah, they actually have the kids talking in this a little bit. You know how you
like mic talk,
like talk like a scene talk, like they talking.
There was a skit. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on for a second.
Hold on. You gonna put us on hold?
I can't wait for the skit.
Gonna put that. Okay. All right. Fair enough. That's very strange. All right, so as you know, the coronavirus has affected everything. That is not breaking news, by the way.
First, I'm hearing about it.
Well, I got some bad news for you. So this is not good. It's not going well. But anyway, the athletic director for the University of Memphis, Laird Veach, said yesterday in a video that was released by the school, said that it was he was optimistic that they will have a football season. He says, I'm optimistic that we'll have a football season. It's just a matter of what it looks like. It may very well look different, as I've shared before, and we have to be willing to adjust in whatever way it may be, whether that's start times or configurations of a stadium. It says the key is to remain flexible. Once we determine what the start of the season actually does look like, then we'll go back from there and provide as much time as we can to get student-athletes here and get them acclimated. But there's a lot of planning going into place in terms of what safety protocols there need to be, what kind of standards we need to have, and all of that. He said, I think for the most part, rational folks out there recognize that everything is beyond everyone's control right now. I think that's really the way to describe what's going on. Everything is beyond everyone's control. Mm-hmm. That is true. That's the world we're living in. I choose to take the stance of being optimistic, says Veach, and thinking that we are going to get back to competition and fan participation at some point and in some way. All right, Zach, go ahead and hit that since you're so excited about that.
Yeah.
I think it would have been more fun to hit that while I was
No,
in the club.
no, that was an accident. I wasn't trying.
What were you doing there?
I was looking up something. I was looking up another song.
You are looking up everything this morning.
Something. It's just
hope
really
you
got
find
you going.
something,
What
man.
is something? What is this something? I'm looking up something. Something's happening here.
So this the dialogue in the song.
Okay.
Brittany, before you go, there's something I want you to have.
Oh, it's beautiful. But wait a minute, isn't this?
Yeah, yes it is.
But I thought the old lady dropped it into the ocean in the end.
Well, baby, I went down there and I got it for you.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Oops, I did it again.
Was that the original song?
Yeah, that was in the original. Yeah, that was in the original.
Wow, because I've blocked that part out of the song. So I don't remember that at all. I thought maybe they were just riffing out there. I dropped that. Oh, baby, I went down and got it for you. I'm 12.
Oh, you know what's a great one of those inappropriate Kids Bop songs? Trap Queen.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've seen the video of that.
Yes,
one.
the Trap Queen
video,
one is great.
That's interesting. So anyway, do you share the optimism of Laird Veach that no matter what, because of the flexible nature of people and optimism being what it is and all of that we're going to get this thing going at some point?
There's nothing wrong with optimism. And I can understand why in this moment you would choose to lean towards optimism. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. That's been the thing that I've done and the thing that I've encouraged everybody around me to do since this has popped off. I saw yesterday, speaking of football in the Memphis area, the Southern Heritage Classic. I saw they put their tailgating spots on sale for this coming up season. Well, this coming up year. And so it is. I understand why you would do those things and just be hopeful that something miraculous happens, so that to ensure and allow everything to go the way that it usually goes, the way that it normally goes in the fall. I understand preparing like that may be a possibility, and honestly, it may be a possibility. It's not a good possibility, but it may be one. You also need to be prepared and be thinking about contingency plans for if the football season doesn't go off in the fall, and if something happens, or if the coronavirus, the COVID-19 pandemic, continues to cause us to not only have to self-quarantine and take shelters in place from a local government standpoint, but from a confidence standpoint, people just not being confident and comfortable being out and about in large groups, large gatherings. You also have to be prepared for those things as well.
For sure. And I think it's important to think about the idea that you have. I saw something very disturbing I have to share with everybody here. But anyway,
you and Zach are looking stuff up. I want to look stuff up too.
No, I was not looking stuff up. This just happened to come to me. I was not looking for it. But anyway, the whole situation with all this is I agree that you need to hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's admirable and proper and all of that. My concern is that we are hoping for the very, very greatest and preparing for the best, and we're not really even taking the worst into account. I don't even think we've as a collective, it does not appear that we are doing that. That from the very beginning, it seems like all of this has been geared towards the absolute best case scenario. We got to get back open. We got to do this. We got to do that, and we're just not really even considering the alternative. And that to me is where the issues come in. Everyone, positivity is great and optimism is great and all that is great, but it has to be, to me, there's a fine line between optimistic and Pollyanna-ish, where you're just putting our head in the sand and just assuming that everything is going to work out, rather than looking at a best case scenario. Right now, the scenarios, that's what I'm looking for. What are we? Where give me that best case like an actual scenario. Walk me through what the scenario looked like. Did you see they had a kid in our beloved Korean baseball league this morning? They had a kid throw out the first pitch in one of the games, and the kid was literally in a bubble. He was in in one of those boy in a bubbles, and he sort of walked the ball down and handed the ball through some sort of a slot that I guess was purified or something to the catcher or something. And that was what we were doing to throw out the first pitch. It was very disconcerting. One of the more alarming things I think I've ever seen. It just sort of was very sad. That a reminder that we can't even have a regular first pitch with a little kid throwing a ball to the catcher and everybody, shaking hands and all that stuff. No, we have a kid in a bubble, sort of walking the pitch up and gingerly handing it, sort of over to the catcher.
Great.
Are you seeing that?
Yes.
Yeah. So to me, if South Korea has done everything right, and they're down to basically 0 new cases, and they've got this thing as under control as anyone has got it, and they still can't. We're still walking kids out in bubbles because we can't even have them come near the folks. Then to me that tells me that we're a long way away. I feel like optimism is fine, but we gotta there's got to be a little tinge of realism in this too. There got to be just a little sprinkle of realism, because otherwise you're sort of deluding yourself at this point. The point that I was making yesterday about watching these Korean games is, to me, it's just really a reminder of how far we are from being there, because they've done all this stuff in prep work and groundwork and laid all that groundwork to be able to get to the point where they are, and they're still bringing kids out in bubbles and they got no crowds and all that stuff. We haven't even laid any of that groundwork at all. I mean, we haven't even really started doing that. So we are way far away from that kind of stuff. Doing it responsibly, anyway. I guess we could
doing
just
it
do
responsibly.
It, but I mean, that's
the key
doing
there.
it responsibly in a proper way relative to the virus.
It's, for me, again, seeing the Korean League and seeing people talk about the Korean baseball that popped off 2 nights ago. Hope it is, if you do what is right,
Korean baseball is popping off every day. That was 2 nights ago.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
they play baseball every day.
The league is back. It's the league. It's a league, just like baseball.
So they played last night.
Yeah,
they don't wait till Sunday to play?
They're playing now.
They're playing right now?
As we speak right now.
I know they got games at noon that are going to tip off or bat off, whatever we say happens in baseball when they start the game.
They don't say bat off.
They don't say bat off?
No, they don't.
Okay. Well, I say bat off. So whenever they decide to bat it off, they are going to go out there and get that bat on. What was I going to say?
Bat off or bat on?
No, it's a bat off. Don't bat on, Peter. Don't be ridiculous, man. Come on. So, hope. Like, if you do these things, if you do begin to take the measures that South Korea has and get much more testing, much more aggressive with the testing, get much more aggressive on the contact tracing, do a better job of getting people who have it to quarantine, and do a better job with the contact tracing of following the point of contact to get everybody who has been in contact with said person, getting them to quarantine also. If we do a better job of all of that, that I think there is hope, and that's what the Korean League has shown me. Now, are we going to do that? That is the question, and that is where some people can get a little bit frustrated with the way that we have decided to move about handling the ramifications and the impact of COVID-19.
I'm annoyed because the ESPN, apparently, with them getting the rights to the Korean League,
it's not on Twitter.
Now on my Twitch stream that I had has now been taken down. They say it's restricted now.
Boo!
I think ESPN got in there. That's disappointing. I'm gonna have to, this is what happens, man. ESPN gets there and they paid $5 for the rights to the Korean Baseball League, and now they're stopping it from everybody. $10? I don't know how much is it going to cost.
I don't know.
But apparently in Korea, the bat flips are good.
Bat flips, I'm pretty sure, are good everywhere but here, because the Caribbean players and the South American players love them some bat flips.
But see, that's the thing, is Korea is a very, the Korean Baseball League is much more traditional in general than ours is. It's very, there's much more of a respect kind of thing and all that. But they love the bat flip. They're apparently they're a positive thing. Like it's a good thing. It's what people want. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't get the whole bat flip situation. I can't think of another sport where celebrating your accomplishment leads to people hurling objects at you. Like if Shaq has dunked on many a person, and we remember how odd we thought it was when my man picked the ball up and threw it at Shaq. Like, you dunk on somebody, you celebrate, you roar, you scream, you pound your chest, you run back down the court. You score a touchdown, you spike the ball, everybody's jumping on top of you, hitting you upside the head, and you go to the sideline, no issues. In baseball, you hit a home run, you flip your bat, you've got to get hit. Not only do you got to get hit, but the next person up's got to get hit, and we just got to fight about it. I don't get it at all.
I agree. I don't get it either. But, hey, there you go. I'm going to figure out. Hopefully, maybe I'll throw a retweet on this thing that caught my attention, so you can see what I was talking about. Man, we have to maybe figure that out. Up next as well. A reminder coming up later on in the show. Rob Fisher is going to join us in the here in the Family Leisure Studios in all different sorts of ways. Just like you, just like us, just like everybody. We are a family who is coming together over Zoom, virtually, and everything else. And your family. You know what? You can, when you're sheltering at home and you can't do the normal things that you can do, or you maybe don't want to, or maybe you're pretty sure that you're not going to be able to for a while, that's where Family Leisure comes in, because it's all contactless. It's all the stuff. It's delivery. They arrange delivery options for you, so they can just drop that hot tub right there on your property, and you're good to go. They can drop that pool and get that thing set up for you so that you are good to go, and then you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, and then you can have your own pool in your backyard. You can have your own hot tub. You can have your own situation where you and your family are hanging out and having a little more comfort, having a little more leisure in that family time that you're dealing with right now. Let me tell you, everyone's stressed, everyone's nervous, everyone's got stuff going on. You pop a little hot tub, you pop a little pool or something like that in the back, takes that stress right out of the mix. Check it out, Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. Now is the time to take advantage of what they are giving for you. Back after this, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Whether you're working from home or working on your fitness, you want what you're listening to be what you're listening to, right? Not what your roommates or family are listening to. Now is the perfect time to get a pair of premium wireless earbuds. Raycon is the way to go. Raycon start at about half the price of other premium brands on the market, and they sound just as amazing. Raycon's everyday E25 earbuds, the best model yet. You get 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design that gives you a comfortable noise-isolating fit. It's great for conference calls, video chats, or binging on podcasts. I do that too. It was co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Cardi B and J.R. Smith have already given Raycons their seal of approval. Now's your turn. See what the hype's about. Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/herd. That's buyraycon.com/herd. 15% off. One more time. buyraycon.com/herd.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I buy houses.
Commitment, dedication, perseverance. At FedEx, our people are our strength. Even during these unprecedented times, we are delivering medical supplies, test kits, and the things you need every day. Helping the world move forward together. Strength, what we deliver by delivering. FedEx.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edminston and CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by Mid-South Power Distributors. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
We had with last young and naive to think she was from your past. Silly dream of one day having your kids. Love is so blind it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your schemes. I'm smarter than that, so come in.
I'm gonna show you guys on the stream here. Everybody that's in the video, you can check this out. But this is what I saw that messed me up a little bit. So hopefully you can see this as well. Can you see that?
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
What does it say?
There's a link to an article. It says, I blew out my knee having sex. And
Okay.
it's to, like, apparently in their 80s and 90s. I mean, these are quite
Getting after it, baby.
old folks writing about knee trouble. And I say God bless them, first of all. That's great.
Yes.
That's the way it should be.
Love is a beautiful thing.
If you're ever going to, have a knee injury when you're in your what appear to be, I would say, at least 80s and probably 90s, then that's a great way to have it. That's the way you want it. So kudos to them. I will say it was a little bit when I just happened to see that somebody threw that article into my timeline. I was a little surprised. I'll be pretty blunt with you there.
You don't ever watch Sex Sent Me to the ER?
I have seen it like once. I don't watch it on a regular basis. No.
Okay. All right.
You sound like you're sad about that.
I am.
I'm sorry.
I am. I think we should have a watch party. You
Okay.
meet some like that, listeners.
I'm fine with that.
Let's sit down and watch Sex Sent Me to the ER.
Where would I find this?
I think it's on Hulu. I think Hulu might have it.
Okay. I got Hulu. I can do that. I had a friend's mom she was a doctor, and she had lots of stories like that. Very disturbing.
Oh.
She would tell them, I think basically because she knew my friend was in high school at the time, so she knew that, as high school boys, we had some ideas and some excitement about those ideas, and I think she was trying to kind of say, hey, y'all cool off a little bit, or you're going to end up, in the ER with all sorts of stuff.
That's one way to do it.
So, yeah, that's, I don't know. It's one way to do it, for sure. That's definitely a way to do it. I would say that's definitely on the list. We're gonna spin the wheel here in hour number 2. That is, of course, the Wheel of Conversation, America's number 1 new coronavirus-related bit that people have enjoyed. That made the list.
Good.
I don't know if you saw that or not?
No, I didn't see it, but good. Good for us. Yay, team.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Did you know Patrick Ewing had his 2 Olympic gold medals in NCAA championship ring stolen?
Huh?
Yep.
When?
Back a few years ago. He revealed it on the Dan Patrick Show yesterday.
No, I didn't know that.
Sad, right?
That's
Did you take
wild.
him? I didn't take him.
No.
That's me. That wasn't me.
No.
Was it you?
I didn't take them.
Zach?
Texas in 67129 if you took them. And tell us why.
I never understood why you would. So, like, he said he got his college championship ring back because somebody tried to sell it on eBay. What? People. If you steal a Dream Team gold medal, 1992 Olympic gold medal, there are only, 12 of those? Or 13 or however many the coaches? I mean, let's say 20 just on the high end. It's not hard to figure out if one of those is stolen and you're selling it, where that came from.
Exactly.
These are quite exclusive. These are items that are not replica. You can't replicate these things. No. So that's real foolish. That's real foolishness on that person's part. Selling a Patrick Ewing championship ring on eBay. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Come on, man.
If you're
you're not going to get any money off of it because people are going to be like, oh, that's Patrick.
Right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's Patrick. It's like you can't steal somebody's personalized ring.
Hustling backwards, man.
Now, if it's not personalized, then hey. I'm not endorsing stealing, by the way.
It sounds like you are.
I'm not. Not at all. I'm just pointing out the logic is not there. Does not support what this person was trying to do. And I'm assuming it was a gentleman. Maybe that's
some dude stuff to do.
But that seems like a dude thing to do.
Yeah, that's us.
That's not. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that. We're going to spin the wheel conversation up next. Also, I want to touch back on what we talked about yesterday, and I got a little corollary that goes along with that too. So we'll do that on the other side. Stick around. This is Sports 56 Mornings. Peter and CJ with you. Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 96.1 87.7.
Did you know nearly 40% of men under 40 and over 75% of men over the age of 40 experience sexual performance concerns? At the Memphis Men's Clinic, their experienced physician performs a comprehensive evaluation that determines which specific issues may interfere with your sexual performance. These issues can vary and range from anxiety to medical issues, low testosterone, or erectile dysfunction. The Memphis Men's Clinic has evaluated hundreds of men of all ages over the years and reestablished a normal sexual life. The Memphis Men's Clinic will work aggressively to resolve issues and allow you to restore your sexual health and overall well-being. That's the Memphis way. If you're 20 years old or 90 years old, come and get cared for the Memphis way. Treatment that's based on your specific needs after a professional clinical evaluation by their experienced board-certified physician. Call the Memphis Men's Clinic today at 901-443-0475 or visit memphismensclinic.com.
Do not hire Franklin & Sons Electrical. The guy told me he'd shrink my monthly bill, and I'm like, dude, it's too small to read as it is.
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
Then he's like, where's the circuit breaker? I'm like, bro, I didn't break anything.
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
He told me I had a blown fuse. It's called a short fuse, and yes, I do have one, so watch yourself.
Get a quote online today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56. 96.1 and 87.7.
The landscape is so beautiful at Town Village Audubon Park. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, theme dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edminston and C.J. Hurt. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Here once again are Peter and C.J.
I was there and you were my baby. It started when we were younger, you were mine. My boo. Now another brother's taken over, but it's still in your eyes. My boo. Even though we used to argue.
This isn't inappropriate, though.
It's not?
No. This is not an inappropriate song. Is this inappropriate to you?
I thought it was inappropriate for kids to have boos.
So how old are you when you get a boo?
I don't know.
It's inappropriate for kids to have booze.
It's inappropriate for kids to have busted babies, but booze is fine.
Well, booze like alcohol is not good.
Well, boo, that's boo-ooze with the Z.
Boo-ooze?
Boo-boo-ooze.
Boo-ooze?
Yes, that
Boo-ooze.
is. But a boo, like, at 13, 14, you can have a boo, I
You can
guess.
have a boo at like whatever age. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's kid boo is different than like, teenager boo and grown up boo.
Grown boo is something else in Dragon Ball Z. We've talked about kid boo and grown boo before. Yes.
And ooh.
And ooh.
We don't have
oh
to,
my
talk about Dragon Ball
Oh my
Z.
gosh. Can't
We do
forget
not
about
have
it.
to.
You brought up kid boo?
I don't know what that means. Kid boo, I wasn't talking about Dragon Ball Z at all.
Oh, my fault. That was
Who's
just
Kid Buu?
miscommunication. I
What does
thought
that
when you
mean?
said Kid Buu, that's a character in Dragon Ball Z. I thought we were all on
Kid
the same
Buu?
page. Yes.
No.
Okay.
I just meant like your boo, like your, significant other, your current squeeze or your, favorite person or whatever, however you want to phrase it. As a kid, you could have one of those.
Okay.
It's very innocent. It's nice.
All right. So,
cute.
again, that's not inappropriate, Zach. That's not. Get Trap Queen. Trap Queen is it.
They don't have one for Trap Queen.
Well, there is one for Trap
Somebody
Queen.
has one for
Somebody has something for Trap Queen. There's a Trap Queen one out there, let me tell you, and it's great.
For sure. Coming up here in just a little while, we're going to talk to Rob Fisher, who's going to join us to talk about life in his quarantine and where things stand for the Fisher household, what it's like with his daughter doing all the interviews and him just not doing much of anything. And when it comes to that, how that must feel. Be very curious to get his take on all of that. As I mentioned, we talked yesterday. We came to a determination about the superpower, and we which will be the mostest superiorist superpower, which is definitely the right way to phrase that.
Mm-hmm.
And we sort of came to the conclusion, as far as I could tell, CJ, that we would work well together, our various respective superpowers.
Yes.
That a lot of people really liked telekinesis. A lot of people, we felt like, CJ decided that he thought that his best superpower would be to move carbon atoms around at his leisure. Mine was to be able to stop time at any point in time, and then for me to be able to continue along with whomever I chose, and everyone else would be stopped at that point. Zach chose. Zach, what'd you choose?
Shape shifting and was it intelligence?
You can't have two.
Super intelligence.
You're getting greedy. What?
I said, well, just a little bit of it. I can't be a dumb shapeshifter and just walking around everywhere.
I'm not saying you're an idiot. I'm not saying you have to choose shape-shifting idiot or hyper-intelligent non-shapeshifter. You could be a shapeshifter of reasonably good intelligence. Or if you want to have super intelligence, that's fine. But you can't shapeshift also. You can't have all the cake and eat all of it too.
He can be super intelligent and come up with a formula that allows him to shape shift. So his super intelligence has created a formula, and he has to drink the formula to then be able to shape shift. But no, I'm with Peter. You can't be a shapeshifter who's also super intelligent.
No, that's too much. Too much talent in one space. It's just not. It's not cool to have for someone to have that much talent. It's like The Rock. Too much talent.
Friend of Peter's is The Rock. Yes.
Yeah, my buddy, The Rock. Too much talent. I've told him that before. Me and Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Sorry, we're friends.
Okay.
I just call him Dwayne.
Okay. That's what's up.
The Rock seems so formal and. It's not. Me and Dwayne don't roll like that.
Okay.
Cool. Anyway. So, we were at the dinner table last night. My wife, myself, my 2 children, we were discussing that very topic, and the flip side of it came up, which was, what is the worst superpower? What's the superpower that is out there in the universe of superherodom, comic books, movies, etc., that is just the worst? That if you had that superpower, pitiful superpower, pitiful superhero.
Man,
I'll tell you what immediately the reason that they even
I got one
because what came to mind was Aquaman, who is the ability to talk to animals, or not to animals, just to fish and aquatic creatures, while underwater, and have them sort of do what he wants them. What he needs them to do to a limited extent. That's pretty much it. That's what we got. If you commit a crime that isn't adjacent to a waterway of some sort, if there's a landlocked crime that happens, like Las Vegas, you could just go crazy. Criminals can go crazy in Vegas because there's no body of water that's going to have any impact there. What do you and even if you go like seaside, what are you going to tell a shark to jump out of the water and go get somebody who's robbing a bank?
Couldn't you send a seal? Could he send a seal? Those are aquatic creatures.
Yeah, but what are they going to go flap around in the lobby? Unless the crime is committed underwater. Now, on the rare occasions, and these are very rare occasions, when a crime is committed on the open ocean or underwater, then absolutely, what a thrill it must be to be able to get a school of fish or whatever to go and stop that person from doing that. But otherwise, what a useless. Why is Aquaman even in the league of? Why is he in the Justice League? Why is he in the meetings? Why is he showing in the Hall of Justice? There's no point. He can't. There's nothing he can do.
I see you, Aquaman, and I raise you. I think my man's name is Zan. Wonder Twins. First off, the Wonder Twins are just absurd. Yep. The fact that I have to rely on somebody else to activate my powers is stupid. I don't want none of that.
An animal and one is water?
One is an animal, and that's fine. But the water one, the one who can only transform into water or some type of liquid, like what is the point of that? That is awful. That is the one where if you say, hey, you can have this superpower, I'll be like, nah, you can keep it. I don't want it. I don't want it. That means, especially
wait, hold on. But if superpower, but if water was you could like build, you could create ice.
No. You have to take that form. He's not able to just create. Wonder Twin powers activate form of ice, and now my man is just a block of ice. Wonder Twin powers activate form of flowing river, and now he's a flowing river. That is no.
He's a flowing river.
That's not it. No, not for you, boy.
I still think he could turn into a flowing river and flow out and knock people out, like wash people away at the very least.
Peter,
he could wash away a situation. He could drown people.
Keep it. I don't want it. That's a terrible power.
Waterboard. He could be a one man waterboard.
That is an awful power.
I agree. It's a pretty terrible power. But does it have to work in concert with the other Wonder Twins?
Yes. Like if they both aren't there and touching rings, it doesn't work.
Well, that's real dumb as well. I still think, to me, Aquaman is the absolute worst. 67129, worst superpower. I think that's, to me, it's easy enough to say what's the best superpower. What the worst legitimate superpower? I'm not talking about like the ability to go to sleep at a moment's notice. CJ's already got that.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
I'm not. Those are. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, like not super dumbness. Like what's a legit worst, a legit superpower that has had like some kind of a run in the comic books or some kind of
Squirrel Girl's ability to control squirrels.
That's not a real.
That is a real superhero with a real superpower. The ability to control squirrels and herd them up. No, miss me with that one too.
Where is that? Where is she? What is her thing?
I don't know what her thing is, Peter, because I don't want to read about anybody who can control squirrels and fights crime with her herd of squirrels or pack of squirrels, whatever we say for a large group of squirrels.
I do feel like you probably...
She is apparently, after doing some research, one of Iron Man's sidekicks.
Well, I see that she apparently had a squirrel companion named Tippy Toe as a sidekick. So that is a legitimate person. I don't understand at all. I also say that there is somebody, as I come to find out, that his name is Doorman.
Who?
Doorman.
Oh, okay.
And he can generate a door.
Well, wait. That makes him able to basically like phase shift through walls, which would be pretty cool to have. Because if you can phase shift through a wall, let's say I'm trying to, save somebody who's locked in a room, trapped. If I can phase shift through there, that doesn't mean that I can phase them out. If I can create a door to get through the wall into the room, then we're good to go.
Yeah, but what are you going to do when you get there?
You grab that person and then open the door and you take them out. I mean, it's simple.
The doors apparently have to be connected.
To who?
I don't know. I'm not sure the significance of Doorman's power. I do know that there was also a gentleman whose his name was Rick Raleigh. He was an assistant district attorney in Oregon, but you may better know him as the Red Bee. The Red Bee had no superpowers, but he carried a special stinger gun and he used trained bees. So I guess his superpower would be that he had bees.
I see you, him, and raise you arm fall off, boy.
That's not a real thing.
Peter?
Nope.
Yep.
Not buying it.
Yep. Bet you can't guess what his arms do.
I'm going to say they fall off.
Yes.
Do they just fall off, or does he rip them off?
He can rip them off and then beat you with the arm.
That's pretty cool, though.
That's not.
You got to
cool.
say that's pretty
What?
cool. Like he's gonna rip his arm off and beat you. That's
and
pretty
slap
cool.
you with his arm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. I have to say that's. I mean, I don't know. It's like useful or whatever, but it's quite a trick. You got to say.
It is. It is certainly
If someone just is like, hey, check this out, and rips their own arm off and tries. I mean, that's pretty intimidating. It would definitely stop you in your tracks.
Certainly.
I mean, I think that's more.
It would startle you.
That's more intimidating than attempting to talk to animals.
Texter texted in and said, "Plastic Man," who I'm assuming has some type of ability over
Plastic Man
plastic.
could just sort of could make himself stretch and all that stuff.
Okay.
Which I think again is like or unless he's talking about Stacey Augmon, who was I wouldn't say he had superpowers, but I wouldn't say he's useless. I mean, he wasn't the best player, but he was pretty good. I mean, I think you could. To me, stretching seems like it would have some useful sort of thing. Like you would be able to wrap around things. You would be able to tighten things up. You'd be able to squeeze things. I would presume you'd be able to trap things. I think that there's some utility there. I'm not saying it's certainly not Superman, but it's something.
Super fat. Where do we stand on that? Because there are quite a few characters in comic books who
they're just fat.
That the Blob immediately comes to mind from X-Men. Or
Right.
X-Men, excuse me, where he's just really, really fat, and that's all. Not really super strong, but just really, really fat.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice.
Back at the Hall of
Aquaman is
Justice,
doing
the super
nothing
fat
at all.
hero is sitting on the couch.
I just think I mean, the thing is, super fat could potentially, depending on how fat we're talking about and how, whether this is a legitimate, glandular issue or if this is just a, you just showing out being fatness, or we have like some kind of a cardiac deal, that could be useful because you could absorb so much energy and blows and you couldn't be hurt. It's a form of invulnerability. Maybe it's because I'm fat. Maybe that's why I'm
no, you're not blob.
I'm gonna put on a cape. I'm gonna put on a cape. No, I'm not.
Blob
No, I'm not
fat,
I'm not superhero fat. But I'm just saying, like, maybe because I got a little, little extra right here. Maybe that I have a little more sympathy with that. But it feels like if you had the big fat guy, he could you stand in front and you could
absorb all the blows.
Yeah, absorb all the blows. That seems like a useful thing. Like
one of the things with the blob that I did not realize, he has his own gravitational orbit, so he has his own gravity field.
Exactly.
So that brings in all types of different questions. I don't know how having your own gravity field, your own gravitational pull could help you at all, but it is certainly interesting. I just think being super fat is a terrible power to have. Just being the really, really fat one is awful. And on the topic of awful mutant powers, because now I'm someplace else with this. Juggernaut that is just stupid to me. Because he, as strong as he is, if he's not moving, if he can't, pick up any type of momentum, get a head of steam going, he's nobody. He does nothing.
Can't move his neck, first of all.
No. He has to wear that helmet because the way that he gets stopped is Charles comes through and says, hey, go to sleep, and he just stops moving. And once he stops moving, he loses all of his power. He has to be moving. So, that's just dumb to me also. I don't like that superpower at all. If you say, hey, we'll give you this incredible strength, I'll say, okay, I'm listening. But you have to be moving constantly. Be like, nah, never mind. You can take it. I'll go talk to the fish some more. I don't want that.
There's some people that I wouldn't necessarily consider them like super powers, but there's certainly some really dumb super villains and superheroes back in the day. The guy that's I come to find out somebody with the power of super stomach acid. Named Zeitgeist.
Okay. Well, you spit that out then, and then it eats through the walls. Or it eats through your...
So you have to vomit out
yeah.
like your... That's, again, that's very...
I feel like there are animals that do that.
Yeah,
that use that acid to spit out and wreak havoc. Yeah.
Again, not a great superpower though. I'm saying if you like, I'm going to give you a superpower, you're thinking, oh man, I'm going to go got super speed, or I can fly, or I can control time, or whatever. No, you're going to have horrendous stomach acid, and you're going to vomit it out onto people, and that's going to be your power.
Who's my super nemesis? Is it Pepto-Bismol? Like, what is it? Tums? What are we doing here?
Antacid, man.
Texter texted in. The blob has superhuman strength. Thank you, Texter.
Say thank you.
Thank you, Texter.
I assumed so. That just seemed like it made perfect sense.
I think superhuman, well, according to this texter, superhuman strength and nearly impenetrable skin. So, okay. I still think it's silly, but hey, you do you. Another texter texted in and said, what the hell did Wonder Woman do other than look cute?
Oh.
She was really whack because she read minds. You're outside of your mind.
Wonder Woman was like Superman.
Respect on Wonder Woman's name.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was was unbelievably strong, super strength, super power. I mean, can fly.
Well, she can't fly.
She has the invisible jet.
Well, yes, she has the
so
jet.
She can fly.
Okay, all right, but the jet
is
can
the jet
fly.
visible?
She can pilot the invisible jet. She cannot fly. She can fly in the jet though. That's
okay.
cool.
Well, then she can fly.
No. She can fly in the jet. Superman can fly.
How has that stopped her from getting wherever she needs to?
Can Batman fly?
Yeah.
No, Batman can't fly.
He got bat wings. He got all the stuff. He can fly.
He has to take the bat plane, man. He can't fly.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice.
Wonder Woman does have the lasso of justice, or lasso of truth, excuse me, and that's super
also
strength.
Justice.
That's
and
super
she's got
strength.
super strength.
She's
exactly.
great.
It's unbelievable.
Get out of here. There will be no Wonder Woman slander here.
It's like say, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's like the strongest superhero ever. You can't mess with Captain Marvel. She's unbelievable.
Before Rogue got hold to her, Captain Marvel was the strongest being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Then Rogue comes about touches her. And those of you who don't know, rogue superpower. This is an interesting one. Where do you stand on this? Your superpower is the ability to take others' superpower away from them.
I mean, it's very, very specific, and mostly useless. But when it's useful, it's really useful.
So that is how Rogue got the ability to
like, for
fly.
example, when you get a Captain Marvel, the sky's the limit. You can really absorb some fun stuff. If you're absorbing stomach acid boys, you're absorbing
or Zan or one of the Wonder Twin powers,
or Aquaman. Oh great, I can talk to fish now. Wonderful, that's super cool. What are they talking about?
I mean, I guess if you're on a
fish
cruise
talking
or something
about
like
anyway?
that.
What are we chatting about with fish? Well, hey, what's going on? You guys swimming around? That's cool. Me too.
Get some fish sticks.
Water's great. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So no, I think it's a very limited power Rogue has, but very useful in its own way. I think that I think the ability to burst into flames is not a great power. Your Human Torch kind of thing.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I guess, but it feels like even if you got it right, like if someone is attacking your home, for example, and you could burst into flames, well, that would be a good defensive technique. However, you would set fire to your
house, yes,
and most everything in it. As a downside of that, you'd go through a lot of stuff, I would presume, having burst into flame.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say that's up there on the list, even though it seems in theory like, oh, that's a very useful skill. I don't buy it. I don't think there's a lot of utility there.
No, I'm on board with. I don't know how I forgot about the Human Torch, man. But that is another one of those powers that, like you said, seemed really, really cool initially.
Mm-hmm.
Having control over everything in the water seems really, really cool initially, and then you start thinking about, okay, practically, how am I supposed to use this? And it just gets more ridiculous the more you think about it, to the point to where, no, I wouldn't want that power. Like what would the fact that he has found a way to fly is remarkable to me. So the flying part is cool with the Human Torch. The whole bursting into flames things to do so is not. It's just not there for me.
There's a lot of really, there were a lot of really terrible supervillains. I have to say, there were, we got in like I think it was the 50s and 60s where we were easily entertained as a society, and we kind of started just making weird stuff up and just throwing some things out there, old X-Men villains and stuff.
Yeah,
very, very poor, not so great.
Texter texted in and said, "Black Lightning and his daughters can't do a damn thing." You put some respect.
Lightning?
You put some respect on Black Lightning. Black Lightning, like, controls electricity, basically. Like, that's cool. That's cool. Having lightning come down from the heavens is great. Now, what his daughters are doing,
that seems useful.
I'm not sure. But yes, he also doesn't seem, for whatever reason, he doesn't seem as concerned with what's going on in the rest of the world. He's trying to fix his one block. If you got a superpower, you should be able to handle your part of town. And the villains, you talk about there being some, villains. Like, Tobias is not that great of a villain. You should be able to handle him if you've got the ability to control electricity. I don't care what Tobias is doing. You should be able to handle that and get on to saving the universe. But, he can't. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think the controlling lightning, and it seems as though Black Lightning, from my understanding, it just seems like a normal guy for the most part. Just kind of, we're kind of doing his thing and trying to help folks out, and he can't seem to get his community in order, but that's okay. He's superheroes don't have to have major lofty world. You have to save the world every time. There's only so much world saving that can go on, and we got plenty of superheroes to handle that stuff. We need somebody that's more, taking care of his block. Let's go.
Like Arrow.
Yeah. Exactly.
Another superpower that doesn't make, is Arrow super at anything, or is he just Bruce Wayne, like, rich?
He's like Bruce Wayne rich, but he's like deadly accurate.
Yeah, that's a terrible one. That is god awful. Don't
deadly
give me that.
Accuracy?
Just no. I don't want
that's not a
anything to do with
superpower.
that. I guess it is. I mean, that basically what you're describing is Steph Curry.
And
like, no, I don't know. I don't want to be Hawkeye.
I mean, that's pretty strong.
I don't want to be deadly accurate. No, I'm good. Keep it. Again, I'll go back and talk to the fish. Like, I don't want it.
I still think that This is pretty. Well, now I got somebody that sent me this may be the worst actually. Bouncing boy.
Who?
Bouncing boy.
So is he like a bouncer?
Bouncing. If only he were a bouncer. He is literally a bouncer. He drank some weird. This is a comic from like the 50s or something, and he went to the future and he drank some weird, what they call super plastic fluid, and he drank it, and now he can bounce his way around. That is his job. He turns into a bouncy ball, and things collide off of him, and he bounces off of things. That is basically his entire thing.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
He's just becomes this big fat bouncy ball, and that's what he's got. That's the whole thing. That's the entire package, buddy. Bouncing boy. That's pretty much that's the worst one. That's worse than Aquaman. If you just bounce.
Yeah, that's up there.
And that's all you got.
That is awful.
I can't even imagine at any point that would be useful.
No. I can't. I'm trying to think of a situation. Like, just play on a trampoline if you want to bounce. I don't get it.
I mean, he bounces like really high, to be fair. Like really, like up into the by planes and stuff. Like he bounces way up there.
Oh, that's basically flying. No, that's fine.
No, because you're not really controlling your trajectory. You're just bouncing. That doesn't seem like you're going way up high. But I don't know what happens when you get up there. Like, hey, I got to go back down. Yeah.
That's got to be bad on the knees, on the joints.
Well, he's just a big ball, so I don't even know what the joints are.
Oh, okay.
Literally, it's just a big circle.
There's a superhero named Big Bertha in the Marvel comics.
Okay. Tell me
She is a supermodel by day. But when she's fighting crime, she has a mutated ability to add hundreds of pounds of fat to her frame, making her super strong and nearly invulnerable. It's like,
see, again, that super fat stuff, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
But there is at least a utility to it.
There is
bouncing up and down. I'm not even. We can't even get to the point where there's actually a utility to it. I don't even really understand what the point of that is. Talking to fish again, I don't really get where we're going with that. Like, I guess we could contrive some way that, some super villainy that's happening under the sea. But unless we're talking about Ursula, I don't really think there's a lot of, villainous actions that are happening.
Mantis is out there doing things in the sea.
Sure. Okay. Kraken, et cetera. Right. All right. Very limited situation. Davy Jones' locker, that kind of thing. Like, I guess that would be a real good spot for Aquaman to take care of business. Otherwise, the vast majority of crimes, I'm going to say 99.9% of crimes in the world are committed above the sea and not under the sea, which would, to me, again, really limit Aquaman's capability. And you think maybe if there's one in an aquarium, if there's some sort of crime that happens in an aquarium, then he's right back. He's right back in business, baby. Somebody robbed the aquarium. Oh man,
go get Aquaman.
Yes, yeah. And then Superman's like, I got it. Don't worry about it, Aquaman. You're good.
Go back to those.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice.
It's like, Superman, use your unbelievable powers of everything. You just got everything. Just go kill everybody. Just whatever. You got the heat thing. You got fly. Yep. Invulnerable. Yep. They got any kryptonite there? They don't. Okay, well then we're good.
You got it.
You got it. You got this. I'm gonna go hang out with these fish. See what's going on. Text us your worst superhero, superpower, supervillain, etc. 67129. Up next, we'll get to more of those as we continue. We'll spin that wheel of conversation to Sports 56 Mornings. Peter and CJ with you. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Sports Time on Sports 56 with Willow and Stats. Weekday afternoons from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Every home has things it needs, things that need to be maintained, fixed, or replaced. The Home Depot is here to help you get it done. You can easily find what you need on our app, order it online with the push of a button, and have it brought to your door with free delivery on over 1 million items. We have the essentials you need, the online know-how you may need to do it yourself, and low prices that make it all possible. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Sports 56 would like to recognize local businesses that are out there providing for the community. Let's support local business with your business. Airmaster's on-time service guaranteed. A-plus appliance repair, parts and service for major appliances. JR's Autos, your used car place. Memphis Auto Parts, King of Auto Parts. Airways Tires, in business for 52 years. Shelby Forest General Store. Moon Dance Grill. Sports 56 appreciates the support of local businesses always, but especially during this time. Thank you.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
The landscape is so beautiful at Town Village Audubon Park. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, theme dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edminston and C.J. Hurt. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Here once again are Peter and C.J.
I just wanna chill, got some dough for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced her to myself. Showed her how to whip it, now she remixing for low. She my trap queen, let her in the condo. We be counting up, watch how far the bins go. We just set a goal, talking matching Lambos. Got 56 a gram, probably 100 grand flow. Man, I swear I love her, how she work the hot stove. Hit the strip mall, now we letting Benz go. Everybody hating, we just call them fans slow. In love with the money, I never letting go.
Yep, these kids are getting after it. That's what it's all about. Right
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Got a couple of texts, Peter, to get you. On First Bank text line, 67129.
I approve of that. I'm glad that we do.
Another text. Black Lightning has people up in arms. Black Lightning and his daughters combined can do the damn thing. That's one texter. Another texter says, if I had Black Lightning powers, I wouldn't need MLGW anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you could control the lightning, you just
control electricity.
Power
yeah, you'd be straight.
Down. Yeah, you're good to go. So I don't. Again, I'm not.
You can make so much money off of that.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a very useful superpower situation, right there. I think that's great. So, so there you go. I think also, for the purposes of the story, sometimes you have to deal with certainly, you have to have certain sounds have to have certain limitations, that kind of thing. I don't really understand all the reasons why. I think sometimes Superman, like for example, we talked about how Superman can be somewhat boring because he just has like all the power. You have to have some limited power, but I think at the same time we also need to we can't have these uncool superheroes running around.
Who's the super screamer? Whose superpower is super screaming?
Oh,
Sonic, miss me with that. No, that's another one of those illogical.
There's a supervillain.
powers.
It's Banshee or something like that, right?
Banshee.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Something in that neighborhood. Not great.
No,
not great. I completely concur with all of that. A very, very problematic situation unfolding with all these. It's very sad. Some of these terrible super villains, superheroes, super folks out there. 67129 if you want to text in as well. We appreciate everyone who's jumping in on the hottest topics that are out there, right? It's the hotness. It's out there. What's gonna happen there? Because this is really at this point in time, that's what we're all debating. It's you can always tell when it's the water cooler when it's out there. Did you see the other thing that I happened to? We've been sort of talking about here and there. Once again, when you have to kind of look to other examples, when we're trying to figure out how to get things restarted, you have to sort of look to examples. We look at the Korean Baseball League and all that stuff. Well, we've been looking at the situation in Germany. And Germany's been given the green light by the federal government to start potentially May 15th or May 22nd with the remainder of their soccer season, the Bundesliga. They have nine matches left, and they're going to try to finish the season by the end of June. Fans will not be allowed into stadiums no matter what. There are no events or anything, any kind of a mass gathering situation that's allowed in Germany until at least August 31st and maybe after that. But we've talked about the trouble of trying to bring all of this together. We've talked about the difficulty of it. We've talked about how there are already issues with some of the players. There have been 10 positive tests.
And those 10 tests with one team, correct?
Right. Well, 10 overall.
Okay.
3 with one team, but there are other situations that are certainly out there. So, yeah, it's it's not the easiest thing in the world to try to put this thing together, and they're trying to treat the positive tests as like an injury rather than like shutting the whole thing down. It remains to be seen how effective that will be, if they can just treat it as an injury and then be done with it, or if they can if it's going to have to be a situation where they have to shut the whole league down because of those injuries. We don't really know yet, or because of the virus situation. We don't really know yet. That's still one of those things where if you have enough testing and contact tracing and all that stuff, theoretically you could identify the 1 or 2 cases or whatever you've got, find the people that have been working and training with them, isolate those folks, continue to go on with the rest of your calendar as long as everyone continues to test negative and kind of roll with it. Some of the other issues are we're still trying to figure out to the degree, if there is one, how much antibody development there is, how much immunity comes along with antibody development. Those are things we don't really know just as of yet. But they're going to try it. They're going to push it forward. So if you're looking for optimism, or if you're looking for a hopeful story, or you're looking for an example of how this thing can work in reality, then you have to look to Germany. They are providing a backdrop for the potential for how to do this. So no fan involvement, which is that's not going to be any fun, but ultimately it will at least give you maybe a framework possibly for how this thing's going to go.
Yeah, and that's again, if I don't know how you can have people testing positive and not think, oh my gosh, we've got to shut this down, much like the Chinese Basketball Association has done. I don't know. I know there's certainly been one. There may have been another couple that I've missed, but some of the athletes over there have been vocal about not wanting to go through and continue with the training after the positive tests have come about. And it goes to show you the issues that come along with trying to start a sports league in a time with a global pandemic, because no matter what you do, it can always find a way. And when it does find a way, when it does crack into your biodome that you have set up to try and keep players, staff, coaches, officials, and others safe, when it does crash that party, what do you do? What measures are you taking? And do you just shut it all down like we saw with the Chinese Basketball Association, or are you going to try and continue on? And what does that do for the people who are in that biodome now that it has been breached, now that the coronavirus is in facilities and on franchises? What do you do to try and stop the spread now from going from one or two people on a franchise to the whole team being infected with it?
Yeah, it wasn't helped when a player by the name of Solomon Kalou, formerly of Chelsea, he plays for Hertha Berlin. He live streamed a video of himself greeting teammates with much physical contact and bursting in on a teammate's coronavirus test. That's fun. What a fun. Is
he related to Rudy Gobert?
Hey, gotcha.
Yeah, that's not where it's at.
No. That's not good. So he's been suspended. So we don't. The prankster, the wacky prankster on the team, that's been a role that's constantly been had for years. The player who likes to kind of mess with everyone and goof on everyone and play pranks and all that stuff. You know what? That player needs to back off a little bit right about now, particularly during the coronavirus testing portion of the day. Just let everyone get tested, and then you play your pranks and whatever you need to do. You want to get somebody, you want to get them, then you can get them at a different time. They've conducted over 1,700 tests on all of the various clubs last week. Of those tests, 10 cases were identified and reported. Not everybody was made public, of course. They had a second round of testing later on in the weekend. Those results have not been released, but one of the clubs had somebody test positive, and they put their entire squad in home isolation as a result of that. So their plan does not require teams to isolate if one player is positive. They're not requiring you to do that. You obviously can do that, but they're not requiring that. A lot of other folks, though, don't really know, because you're still trying to figure that out. And as you said, you talked about, how do you go on if there's a positive test, or what do you do at that point? They're asking that same question. Even the ministers of sports in Germany overall, the governmental people who are responsible for that, say, I don't know how the season – one of the quotes is, I don't know how the season can be finished if one team is sidelined. And if one team is sidelined because a player is then what can you do at that point? So they are saying that it is under control enough for them. Mm-hmm. So they're going to give it a go. And will fans try to congregate outside stadiums because they can't go in? Their fan groups say they won't, but we've seen people are dumb and will do ridiculous things. So maybe that's another issue that they have to think about. Just a lot going on here. But if you're looking for like a very high profile, it's a very high profile, big league. Their stadiums have lots and lots of people. You're talking millions and millions of fans across the world. This is the biggest league to try to push it, much bigger than the Korean baseball league in terms of impact and money. So this is a big test case for starting and restarting some of this. And I can assure you that a lot of eyes of American sports and others are going to be on Germany to try to figure out what they're doing here.
Sports is fun, not only because of the competitive nature of it, the competition that takes place on the field or the pitch or the court, wherever it's taking place, but it's also fun because that is a chance for us to be social. That is a chance for us to get together with our friends, our family, and partake in something really fun. And a disease that thrives on that socialness, that togetherness. You have to change fundamentally what the sport is. You brought up a great point talking about, will fans gather outside of the stadiums? They can't get in, but they can stand outside. Will they do that? Will fans flock to bars or restaurants of some sort. Where fans, if they can't go to the bars or restaurants, will they just have people over to the house? Have 15, 16, 17, 18, 20 people over to your house to fellowship and watch these games. Like, it is more than just, hey, we can't have fans in stadiums. It has got to be, again, we not only can we not have you in stadiums, but we beg of you to watch from the safety of your own home, not with a bunch of your closest friends. Because if we're not allowing you in stadiums, it's all for naught if you go out then and go kick it outside of the stadium with a bunch of people. Or you have a bunch of people come over to your house, or you go out to a bar or a restaurant with a bunch of your closest friends and a bunch of fans from our team. Like, it can't be any of that. And it's going to change the way restarting sports or starting sports in this pandemic is going to be remarkably weird, because it has taken away the social component of watching sports, that togetherness of watching sports. And I don't know if it is worth it, man. I really don't.
Well, we'll find out. I think they are going to do this. So it is just a matter of now, how do they do it? How's it going to work? But they seem very determined. They have an extensive document that has been made public, which I'm glad that it's been made public. Unfortunately, it is in German. Which is
I thought German was like your second language.
It is.
Okay.
But it's been a while for me, and this is a pretty technical. Reading about the spread of the coronavirus, we didn't. That's a little. When I was in college, I probably could have, but it's been a while, so I've got to get back into got to shake off a little bit of the rust to try to get into some of this. I can read some of it, but it was more about the fact that would it be widely available for other sports and other folks to read to kind of see what they think. It is available, but is it widely is going to help? They have like a stadium plan here as far as who's going to go where. Like, for example, they have best I can tell, they've got the players, they've got what look like 7 like photographers around the pitch. They have a very detailed graph with lots of little dots to tell you exactly where things are going to be and who's going to be in these empty stadiums. So it's a very detailed plan. I'll say that. Will it work? I don't know, but they've got zone stuff out before. So like 8 hours before the match, there will be 10 people in there, a couple of security folks and the groundskeeper. Eight staff to like work on the field, and then 2 security staff. Then 6 hours before, then you add some of the officials and the technical staff that start to arrive. That's 15 people, so there's 25 people that are limited. Then a couple hours later, you add more team delegate type folks. Then more teams. So they have this on like 2-hour intervals where they can add a certain amount of people in the stadium at any given time. But the idea is during the game, there will be fewer than 100 people in the stadium for the entire function, from photography to ball boys and girls to the teams themselves to coaches to per stadium staff. There's only going to be 90 or so people in the stadium at most. So if you want an idea of what you're talking about with a quote-unquote essential staff, that's the essential staff right there in the zone 1, which is right around the pitch. Then the zone 2 is going to be like up in the stands a little bit. There'll be a few other people that are going to be in there, but they're going to separate these things out by zones, which is interesting. Up next, we'll find a few more conclusions from this. Also, get you set for Rob Fisher, who's coming up in a little bit. Take more of your texts, 67129. Sports 56 Mornings. Peter and CJ with you. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on AM 560, 96.1 FM, or 87.7 FM.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. How old is your water heater? With most of the water heaters in the Mid-South located in the attic, the worst day you can replace your water heater is one day too late. It may be time for a tankless water heater from Conway Services that never runs out of hot water. Plus, these energy-saving models only heat the water you use, saving you money on your gas bill every month. Most 10-year-old water heaters were about 65% efficient when they were new, compared to a tankless water heater from Conway Services is up to 98% efficient. Plus, right now, get your tankless water heater from Conway Services for as low as $79 per month, or I'll give you $300 for that old tank water heater. And no more worrying about that tank bursting in your attic either. And with over 8,000 5-star reviews, you know Google guaranteed Conway Services will be providing that award-winning service every time. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier tankless water heater professionals at 384-3511. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old water heater will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe. Unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
This is a commercial announcement. America needs to go back to business soon, but in states like New York and California, the lockdowns could last months. Now, Newsmax TV is conducting an urgent national poll asking if you agree with lockdowns across the country. The Newsmax poll is also asking Americans what President Trump should do next. So let your voice be heard and vote in Newsmax's poll. It's simple to vote. Just text the word PRIME to 39747 now. That's PRIME to 39747. And then vote instantly, letting President Trump, Congress, and the media know your opinion. And don't forget to watch Newsmax TV. It's the fastest growing cable news channel in America in 70 million homes. Find Newsmax TV on DirecTV 349, Dish 216, Xfinity 1115, Spectrum, Cox, Optimum 102, Uverse 1220, Fios 615, Suddenlink 102, CenturyLink, WOW, and more. Tune in to Newsmax TV. And don't forget to vote in the Newsmax poll on the lockdowns and Trump. Just text the word PRIME to 39747. That's 39747 today.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edminston and CJ Hurt. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com and our Peter and CJ.
You know that it ain't real. Come on, I'll make it stop. If you got beauty, just raise them up. Cause every inch of you is perfect.
This is it. This is it. Yeah, this should not be sung by children. Although, as a child, I was all about that bass. I got a text to get you on the First Bank text line. Text says, I watched Shazam last night. What about his powers? I don't like powers that I have to speak to activate. But when he is Shazam, like, that's cool. He's straight. But having to say Shazam annoys me a bit.
Shazam!
And you'd be this super strong, super swole dude.
I like that movie. I was not expecting to like that movie.
It's a good movie.
I like that movie. It was sort of had a big element to it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's disconcerting. I don't like when children turn into adults. Like in Big, when the lady like sort of falls for the guy, but he's actually a kid, and that just brings him a real weird vibe there. I don't really like that. So, but otherwise it was okay. I thought it was all right. It was better than I thought.
Would you be okay with that superpower? Let's say, hey, you got to say Shazam. You've got to say Shazam, then you can fly and be super strong. Would you be cool with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Why in the world would I not?
All right.
All I gotta say is Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
Shazam! Boom! Why would?
I don't know. I mean, what
issue?
What happens if superhero comes through and duct tapes your mouth shut? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, because you can't speak, so you're just gonna be tied up.
Shazam!
You can't. No, you have to say Shazam. That sounded
works,
like
right?
a trumpet. That sounded like a trumpet.
That's why that is paired most appropriately with ventriloquism power. So that even when your mouth is shut, you can still say like Shazam, and like you're good to go. Power of ventriloquism, not a great one.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know about that. Let me marinate on that. I think ventriloquism, you could do some things.
I know. You could do some things. Mm-hmm. I could do some things. No, I don't.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice.
You love that. I love that you love that so much. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice. Keep those coming in on the text line at 67129. Keep those coming in because we really appreciate all of those. I do want to get into later in the week. They did it's so many lists. Lists are big thing now. Everybody's got to list something, and the ESPN did the top 74 NBA uniforms of all time. The Grizzlies had a couple of mentions on there, but it made me think about your favorite jerseys from each of the sports. So just be thinking about that for later in the week. I'm just putting that in. I'm putting that just in your ear. Whoa, you all right there, CJ?
I'm good.
What happened there?
I was so excited about my favorite jersey, I threw my phone.
Don't do that.
Okay,
that's not good. Don't do that at all. So we're just something to kind of think about there. Put that on the old burner for later on in the week. But up next, we talk to the one and only Rob Fisher. That's next. Sports 56 Mornings, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Commitment, dedication, perseverance. At FedEx, our people are our strength. Even during these unprecedented times, we are delivering medical supplies, test kits, and the things you need every day. Helping the world move forward together. Strength, what we deliver by delivering. FedEx.
Eat well and stay healthy with Sweetgrass Next Door's to-go and delivery service. From shrimp and grits to pork chops to chocolate chip cookies and more, feed your need. Located in the heart of Cooper Young Midtown, Sweetgrass Next Door makes for an easy to-go, pickup, and delivers to all of Midtown, most of downtown, and even East Memphis locations. For more information, visit online, sweetgrassmemphis.com, or call 901-278-0278 to place your order today.
I want to invite you to come by the Spirit Shop. You know, that little log cabin on Poplar? Your liquor and wine oasis. The Spirit Shop has been providing sports fans their beverage needs since way back in 1969. So come in now and get ready for the big game. Whether your favorite team wins or loses, the Spirit Shop will help you celebrate or ease that pain away. The Spirit Shop is open every day, and they're located perfectly at 4848 Poplar. That's the corner of Poplar and St. Nick.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition. And yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. Can anyone explain to me why anyone would care how I measure your roof? We have all heard about measuring your roof from outer space. Well, to be honest, there are aerial pictures that are taken every 4 years that can be used to measure a building, but it's not from outer space. Besides, no one, and I mean no one, can tell you what's wrong with your roof or even if you need one by using pictures that might be 4 years old. If you would rather do business with a family-owned and operated business with a lifelong tie to Memphis that refuses to mislead or use gimmicks, please give me a call. Best products, best warranties, and the best customer service we know how to provide. Fiveash Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
You already know you can listen to Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 anywhere with the Sports 56 app or at sports56whbq.com. But you can also watch live video of all of our shows on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Periscope. Don't miss out on anything. Stay in touch with Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 on social media. We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edminston and CJ Hertz. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Just shoot for the stars. If it feels right, and aim for my heart. If you feel like can take me away and make it okay, I swear I'll behave. You wanted to know, so we waited. I put on a show. Now we're jaded. You say I'm a kid.
Why do I need to see CJ's belly?
Ego is big.
I don't want to see that.
I agree.
That's not good at all.
What?
You don't need that at all. No.
What happened?
You always saw is your belly. You don't
Oh,
need-
really?
You don't need to- no, that's it. Literally always saw is your belly.
Oh.
You don't need to see that at all.
I'm sorry.
Moves like Jagger.
What's inappropriate about this song?
Moves like Jagger.
It's a good song.
It's inappropriate, man.
Moves like Jagger's inappropriate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For a child, certainly.
How does Jagger move? I don't understand.
Come on. Come on. What do you think it's about?
Dancing? Isn't Mick Jagger like a singer of some sort?
Okay. So the lyrics of the original song are take me by the tongue and I'll know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the
Hey,
moves
you know
like
what?
Jagger.
You know what? I didn't know. I've never heard the lyrics.
Yeah.
I only hear the beat and I lose my mind. Okay.
You want to know how
All
to make
right.
me smile, take control, own me for just for the night. But so, yeah, ooh,
Okay.
baby, rub me right. You think that's good? That's appropriate for
Nope.
a child. Okay, that's
Nope.
interesting. I'm
Nope.
glad that you don't have children. Good.
No.
Good.
I
Fair
amend that.
enough.
I like to
Learn.
amend that statement. I apologize. I didn't know that those were the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's so happy sounding though.
What's unhappy about what I just?
True.
There's nothing unhappy
True.
about anything that I've said. What do you mean? What's the problem there at all?
No, but the Free Diggy songs I have a certain mind frame that when I hear a
Yes.
song, it's like okay, like
I think it's
like
that's a
Tank, like messing with me like that. Like it there's definitely a beat, a rhythm, a style to that song that lets me know, hey, he's about to say something freaky deaky.
Yeah.
Like moves like Jagger, it's just like, oh, okay, we moving like Mick Jagger. We getting it on like however he's doing it. I didn't know he was doing it like that.
You should read Christina's verse. Christina Aguilera's verse.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah. It's
I'll
nice.
do so.
It's nice. It's good. It's a good situation.
Is it?
So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great song. It's just, it's not for kids. Speaking of great parents, joining us now though, is probably one of the top, 20 to 30,000 parents in the Cordova/Germantown region. I would say in that neighborhood. So congratulations to our good friend Rob Fisher for joining us. Hey Rob, how's it going?
It's good. I'm on CJ's side on this one. I liked the groove. Didn't know the words. Didn't know the lyrics.
Yeah, well.
But like CJ, I'm also intrigued about Christina Aguilera.
I got it for you. I got it for you.
It's great.
You want to know how to make me smile? Take control. Own me just for the night. But if I share my secret, you're going to have to keep it. Nobody else can see this. So watch and learn. I won't show you twice. Head to toe. Oh, baby, rub me right. But if I share my secret, you're going to have to keep it. Nobody else can see this. And it goes like this. And that's Christina. Okay. All right.
Wow.
I did not know that's what we were doing.
So if you want your kids singing that, then I'll have to call.
I've never thought of downloading that song until now.
It's a good song.
Now
I haven't thought of downloading a song in a long time, to be honest with you, of any sort.
Oh yeah, you don't do the download the song?
I'm more of a streamer, just stream it on the Spotify or whatever, or listen on the radio.
I got made fun of on the Grizzlies bus last year because I had a playlist that I was listening to.
You can make playlists on some of these streams.
And Jaron Jackson, the 19-year-old, said, "Man's listening to a playlist."
There's nothing wrong with listening to a playlist. I'm just saying, as far as are you going to iTunes and buying each song? That's the one that I'm kind of curious about.
I have an Apple deal, so I don't have to buy them. I mean, I buy them. It's like I don't know, $15 a month, and you can download as much as you want.
Yeah, but you're not streaming. You're downloading.
I don't know the difference. I'm getting the damn song, Peter.
Are you getting the song or not? You're getting the song. Okay. All right.
The download works. Download works especially if you're in an area that has poor internet connection, or if you're on a plane and you can't be on the interweb like that. So download.
I mean, I can go to my Apple Music. Basically, the only reason I'm downloading them are for the playlist. So I can go to the Apple Music and play whatever the hell I want. But for my playlist, I have to download them, to add them to the playlist. Which one of them is called My Tunes? Get it?
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I see what you did.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
you'll have to explain that one to me some other way. I don't get that at all. Well, I don't. That's the part I don't understand about why Jaron Jackson is making fun of you for having a playlist. Playlists are like, I got playlists all over. I mean, how would you know what song did you got to have a playlist? Would you listen to an album or a mixtape?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I don't think he's doing mixtape. I don't know if he owns the cassette. There's no way, right?
No. When I say mixtape, I don't mean like a literal tape. I mean,
okay.
It's not a.
Well,
we're not talking about.
I'm old enough to have mixtape.
No, I agree. I had a mixed CD. I had mixed CDs. I caught maybe the back end of mixtape, but more of I would burn my own
mixes.
I have a whole
mixed CD guy.
Oh, absolutely. Peter Mix got up to volume 25. I think.
Volume 25.
Yeah.
Do you still have them? Like, are they still in like the book?
Yeah, I still got them.
Oh man.
I used to write. I write. Each one had a name. Each one had a title and a theme. A whole thing.
Yeah. Like
Peter
My
Mix was off the chain. We would have parties introducing the next Peter Mix. There would be a party each Peter Mix with a release. It would be a release of the new Peter Mix, and we'd have a party to celebrate.
Oh wow!
A listening party?
Yeah.
For the Peter Mix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we need to bring that back. Once we can hang around each other again,
I'm happy to do it. Yeah, I can. I mean, it'll be very easy to set it up now because you just set it up in your.
It'll be the remastered edition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you'll me to go back and get the originals. That's a real interesting slice of where my mind was at that point. Those things are all over the place.
Give us some of the hits from Peter Mix Volume 2 or 3 or whatever.
I wish I had the list. I mean, I'd have to go. I don't even know. It's the CD book is somewhere in this house. I could not tell you where it is off the top of my head, but it's somewhere in the storage area. And I do remember.
Did you have a love mix? Was one of them a
yeah.
love song
Yeah.
mix?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna lie, I had a Mr. Nasty Time mix.
Yeah. Mr. Nasty Time.
I was like 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
It was a lot of Silk on there.
Mine, and coincidentally, mine had Silk the Shocker.
Oh.
So very similar. In that.
No, not similar at all.
No,
My Silk is good.
very
Silk the
similar.
Shocker is bad. What are you talking about?
Stop it. So Fish, what's quarantine life? What's been like the last week or so? You just got getting more big hits. Why are you not interviewing Zach or CJ or even me? Why is Keegan not? I mean,
well,
are you saying that Mark Gasol is bigger name than us? Come on.
Well, yeah, that is true. But official announcement here on the show today, Peter, an invitation for tomorrow.
What?
To be the guest on Keegan Sports. Yeah,
that's very exciting. Oh, is this for all of us?
CJ, that's not leaving you out, CJ.
Rob,
hey, let's do a Zoom.
I mean, we have the
zooming?
capability. We have the capability to do that. You know.
Yeah, we'll do a three.
Do it live.
It'll be
We'll do it
unprecedented. But the problem is having both of you on at the same time to try and keep it under 2 minutes is very difficult.
Yeah, they have to be under 2 minutes. That's a real. Are we on the Quibi? Is that what we're doing now?
That's the Twitter is it's put it on the Twitter. It's got to be 2:20 or less.
I think we can do that.
I've seen people upload way longer videos than 2:20.
Well, if you want to pay some money, but I don't. I ain't making no money.
You telling me
during
Keegan
this
Sports?
quarantine,
Why
man.
Keegan Sports is we got getting that thing sponsored? We're not getting some.
It's not. No, it's not sponsored yet. It's tough to go out and sell, and so yeah. If you're listening, sure, Keegan Sports would love a sponsor because Daddy is unemployed right now.
We could get Kids Bop to sponsor Keegan.
We could get Kids Bop on there.
There we go.
There you go.
What volume of Kids Bop are we on? Like 70, 80?
We're like in the 40s right now.
We got to be in the hundreds by this point, surely.
Man, there are more Kids Bops than UFC championships.
Oh, that's exactly. Oh.
They're on like 347 or something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
You watch it. 249 is where we're at.
249. Okay.
Yeah, 249 this weekend. It's a live sporting event. Are you going to watch on pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view? The first live sporting event? They're making me pay for it? No.
Yep. That's sorry.
No
sorry, buddy. Yep.
No chance.
Nope. Well, you could watch it and you don't have to pay for it, but
Yeah. So sponsor.
I don't endorse that at all. But
hit me up. Sponsor Keegan Sports. We got some great guests coming up as well, including a potential NBA Hall of Famer.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's not tomorrow's guest.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I can be in the NBA Hall of Fame one day. What are you talking about?
You can't rule this thing out. What are we talking about here? I have no idea what it's fantastic. Now,
and a former NHL goalie coming on the program.
Oh, hit him with the stinky glove. Yeah.
Yeah, with the stinky glove. Yeah.
Get CJ's. That's one of the things that people have talked about how they miss the most is CJ's sports breakdowns of Hockey Talk and CJ's Hockey Corner is
nothing like the smell of the ice when that good old puck off gets going, man.
Tell us more about that again. Just for old time's sake.
More about what?
The old puck
off.
The
old puck off, man. The start of the good old hockey match.
The good old puck off.
Hockey match.
Yeah.
I call it, the most beautiful game on ice. I don't know about anybody else out there. It is glorious.
That's a catchy
You
little
got
name.
stinky gloves. You got big sticks that may or may not be being shared. It is outstanding,
Not
man.
being
I love
shared.
it. The speed,
they don't share
the agility, the sports IQ of the hockey people.
The sports IQ
is great. Oh my God! Never have we seen athletes like some of the greats in hockey. Oh my God!
For example, some of the best athletes. Who are they?
You guys know all the names of the greats in hockey. I'm not going to belittle you guys
who do you think
by
are the best,
naming
though?
people.
Yeah,
but you guys know.
Everybody
knows them.
I want three. Just three. I want three.
Stop typing.
players.
Stop typing. Stop typing.
Three 3 hockey players all time.
Let's
go. 2. Come on, you got 2.
Alvin C. York. I mean, he's up
What?
there. He's got to be
Seriously,
up there.
that's where you start.
Alvin C. York?
Alvin C. York has got to be up there. St. Elizabeth, he's been really good as well. He's up there also.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, it's great. It's great. LeBonner is outstanding. My gosh, we've never seen a hockey player with that type of speed.
LeBonner?
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Hospital?
Yes. What are you talking about? Not the hospital. No, I'm talking about the whatchamacallit, the hockey player.
The hockey player.
Yes.
LeBonner.
Mercy James was doing the damn thing
Rick
back in the
James?
day. Mercy James.
What did you look up? What search? What is your Google search right now?
I think you looked up.
Oh, you know what? I typed in the wrong thing. I meant to type in hockey players and ended up looking up hospitals named after people. That's my fault. That's my fault. My bad. My bad.
I was wondering I was very confusing. CJ's hockey corner never fails.
Yamir Yager, Wayne
Game Day Yager?
Yamir Yager. Isn't that how I say
Jamir?
Yager's
That's
name?
close enough. I'll take it close enough.
Sure.
Maybe that's how they say it in his homeland. Yeah.
It's better than LeBonner.
Wayne Gretzky.
And then you went Gretzky.
And Gretzky. And Sidney Crosby.
There you go.
Why did you just do that?
I didn't know if I could. I had to. It took me a minute to think
I
about
said, stop
the kid's
typing
name.
stuff. Just use that brain power of yours. Come on, man. Jeez Louise. You watch Korean baseball, Fish?
No.
You're not jonesing that hard for
Man,
it?
no. I'm just nothing. I got nothing on that. Nothing.
It's Korean baseball, man. It's like it's baseball. It looks it's the broadcast is like it's like a regular baseball broadcast.
Other than The Last Dance, I don't remember the last time I had ESPN on.
Yeah. Last Dance is definitely you got to watch Last Dance. But
that's been great. That's been great. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I got done. I couldn't take any more of just an hour of how the coronavirus is debilitating sports. And I just was like, it felt like the same thing every night. And we talk about TV sometimes on this show, and one of my favorite shows on TV, All Rise.
Mm-hmm.
Monday on their new episode, they did a thing like they were all quarantined, and the whole show was basically a Zoom chat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I don't know. I watched the first 15 minutes and then I turned it off, and I don't want to see it anymore about it. It's just, it feels like it's the same thing over and over. I'll tell you what, Parks and Rec.
Yes.
They had a special show last week, and they did that, and it was funny. It was really good because that was the first TV show that I saw really do it. Other than live late night shows. Right. But so that was the first time that I really saw a show do it, and I thought it was great. But then when they tried to do it again, I was like, I don't need to see it again. So it's
difficult. It's difficult because you want to walk the line of. I mean, you don't want to be. Especially for like sports, I mean, you have to be, you can't be ignorant of what's going on. You have to be aware of like the situation. But by the same token, you also there's only so many times you can say, well, we can't play, or this is delayed, or this is not going to happen, or whatever it may be. There's only so many ways that you can sort of say that. And for ESPN,
and for me, I mean, the whole thing about like the show, the All Rise show this week is. TV is a great escape right now, and you can't really escape it watching ESPN. You can't really escape it when you're watching a television show that's supposed to be kind of an escape for you, and you want to watch. And it's fun to watch television shows right now that are, they're out living life, and things are going on in the city, and and things are happening, and so they're fun to watch. And so when they bring it back to what's happening today, it's like that's my day today. I don't really need to see you guys talk about how difficult it's been for y'all too. And it just wasn't entertaining, and so it's tough to be entertained right now if things are the reality. I mean, I thought the late night shows doing their shows from home, I thought the first week was really entertaining. Then after that, I don't know. It's not an escape, and for me, television's always an escape. And I just rambled on, and that felt pretty deep too.
Yeah.
Well, it sounded deep, Rob.
We have debated and discussed the merits of escapism versus just kind of a little bit of a departure and a distraction, that kind of thing. Like, I don't know that you want to just fully immerse yourself away from it. You got to be aware of what's going on in the world, but you also don't need to just constantly put yourself in the midst of it. It's kind of a fine line
when I'm laying in bed at night and calming down and getting ready to go to sleep, I want to watch something that's going to entertain me. Yeah. And right now, a lot of things going on right now just aren't.
Unless you're entertained by horrible things, terrible things, just consistently awful news on a regular basis.
Right.
That's probably not super entertaining for most folks.
No.
It certainly isn't for me. So
no,
yeah,
and even the positive news is negative because there are two sides to it, and so that's not even entertaining. getting good news right now.
Well, it was interesting because,
frankly, to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to the news that I get that the NBA season is going to resume. That's really all I'm concerned about news-wise right now because I am just bunkered in. I'm bunkered in, so
bunkered and hunkered.
What's going on?
Bunkered and hunkered.
Keep going with the news that comes. News. And by the way, they would need a sponsor for that one too.
Bunkered and hunkered with your friend.
Bunkered and hunkered podcast. Boy, I am busy on Twitter. I'll tell you what.
Well, certainly, that's exactly right. Now, the Seinfeld's got a new Netflix special, and so I watched a little bit of that to yesterday just to see what's going on there. And it occurs to me that Seinfeld's extremely funny, very very good craftsman of his jokes. The way he writes, I think it's everything's very crisp. But the spiel, there's like a 5-minute chunk where he's talking about how annoying it is to go out, which does not really play well at this point when everyone is like, please God, let me go out anywhere and not have to worry about all this stuff. And he's like, well, I want to go out. As soon as we go out, then it's like, when are we going back in? And I'll get my friends again. That doesn't really, that probably was great like 3 months ago, but maybe not so much.
Speaking of great 3 months ago, that impression you just did on Jerry Seinfeld.
What is the deal? I mean, come on.
I think it's more Leno than Seinfeld. I think you had more of you were going a little too fast. It was more Leno, I think, than Seinfeld. So you're close to a Leno.
Let's up here. Like, did you see the thing in the news?
That is Mike Tyson-ish.
The coronavirus is like it's out of control.
Now we're moving to Tyson.
Now we're Tyson. What is happening?
It's like, if you see my workout video, guys, that's incredible. I'm 53 years old. Hit the back. Did you see the thing with the corona? The virus is out there again. I can't even get in my garage and get one of my 38,000 cars and go ride around.
My gosh, it really went to Tyson there.
I don't know where that went into a weird direction. I don't even know where that went. That one was some hybrid of. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
My Netflix special is coming up soon, which I'm excited about.
Okay, Peter's doing impersonations of the wrong
that's
people.
Right.
Okay.
No, it's to release all the CDs. It's gonna be
That's right.
It's going to be Peter's dance party.
Yeah, it's Peter's dance party. Yes. Then the thing where we comedians in cars, talking to each other on Zoom. I'm excited about that one. We got that coming. So be sure to stick around. Stick around for all of that. Now, the other thing we're trying to figure out how we're going to get this thing started. Like you said, we're going to get this thing back. You want the news, like, okay, we're coming back. So here's my thing. Like, I agree with you. I want the thing back. I don't know if they have to do it at Disney World or whatever we got to do. We got that. I would love to have that back. But the NBA season, if they come back in like July or something, like you have basically an off season. Then you come back for a playoff, or I don't even know what you have. What are these teams that are like out of the playoffs? Even what are they? There's like 10 teams that have no chance of getting in the playoffs. What are they even coming back for?
Playing for?
What are they even playing for? Why would they go through all this trouble of like a little mini training camp to come in here and do what? And then you win. Like, are they going to have a regular playoff and you win that? Is that's going to be a title that's going to have like the biggest asterisk in the history of titles on it? I get the premise. Like, I want to have this back as well, but What is it?
It's going to be weird,
really?
man.
Yeah,
It'll be real weird. I mean, and the thought of, from my position, the thought of watching games with no fans, and my expectation would be, and again, I have to preface everything with this is my own personal opinion with no inside information whatsoever. But just from what you read, and Mike Breen was on HBO's Real Sports last week talking about how his job could be affected if the NBA comes back. And his belief, and I've seen it other places, is that all the broadcasts would be done from a remote location. So basically, if the teams are all in, let's say, Walt Disney World playing their games, the broadcast could be done from, like for us, from Memphis, where we'd basically watch the game on the monitor and call the game from the monitor, which would be really weird. So everything would be really weird. Your argument for teams that are out of it, what are they playing for? Well, it's almost like a spring practice for college football, I guess. Evaluate.
Yeah,
your
but
team
then
the
half
rest
those
of the
people
way.
aren't even going to be on the team. I mean, they're
Well, I know, but evaluate the team. I mean, it's what you're paid for. It's your job. Go out and do your job. I mean, that if it comes down to it, the bottom line can be shut up and go play and do your job. I mean, you're getting paid to play. So I think that and to me, no matter when you start the season, I also like the other idea of starting next season on Christmas. Because
I agree with that.
couple of reasons. There have been stories about owners wanting the season to be moved a little bit. Well, this would be a good test case for that, to see if it is better to start the season later when college football's over and the NFL's just starting their playoffs. And now you go through July or August with your season. To do that next year, I think would be interesting. Plus, a later start date gives you more time to potentially be closer to having fans back in the building.
Yeah, I mean,
your hope would be just get this season over with. Let's play it. Let's give people games on television that they can watch. Let's play it. Let's try and make it competitive. Let's get through it, get it over with. And then next season, hopefully by Christmas, we can have people in the building and we can have a big coming out party on Christmas Day, and we can try this new schedule, and hopefully everything's back to normal. But without knowing if that's even going to be the case. But that, I think, would be your hope.
Yeah, I think the thing I think is underestimated. I agree with you in theory. I think it's just underestimated to me how weird it's going to be to come back and try to do this, and then and what it would even mean, and if there's like an NCAA style like single elimination tournament or a best of 3 or something, because we don't have time and space to finish the whole thing out, and then what that would mean, like for it would just be to me like a separate tournament. It would be like the coronavirus champion or something. Like you wouldn't be
right.
You wouldn't get a normal, like the ring wouldn't be the same, and it sucks for everybody that's involved. It sucks for all the players. It sucks for John Morant, likely rookie of the year season that's going to be truncated or going to be in a different form, or that's unfortunate.
I think it sucks. One of the biggest things, Peter, is the growth of this basketball team, because to be in the position that they're in, those final 17 games were really going to be a great experience for this young team, because every game, the rest of the season mattered, and you had a lot of games against those teams that were right behind you. So those were huge, like playoff type games, and the atmospheres would have been great, and the competition would have been great. And then if you do make it to the postseason, that experience. But now, you come back and you're playing. Let's say you play the whole season out. You play 17 games in an empty gym. That experience is lost for this Grizzlies team. Now, again, looking at the big picture, who cares, right? But for basketball-wise, we're talking sports here. We're talking this Grizzlies team. I think it's unfortunate how this went down, because the learning experience this young team could have had could have been paramount for their future. Because now next year, if you make the playoffs, it's like, okay, we could have made the playoffs last year, but you still don't have that playoff experience. Right. And, if you could have gotten there this year, you could have had that experience, and I think it would have been huge. But at this point, like everything else, when this first started and LeBron came out and he was like, there's no way I'm never playing in front of fans. There's no way we're going to – because we all thought it was so bizarre. I was on his side. No way. But we keep evolving to the point where it's like, okay, well, if we have to, we have to. And I think that's where I'm at now. And I think that's probably where a lot of people are at, and maybe the NBA's there. We just have to do what we have to do, and let's get through this year.
I hope that is the case. Good job. Congratulations to John Morant. Nike, they're going to donate 130,000 pairs of shoes. John Morant's going to help to distribute them. These are going to frontline workers, so healthcare folks who are in the midst, nurses, doctors, and folks that are in the hospitals who need footwear. They're going to be very special Nike shoes that have a healthcare sort of thing and have hope. And it's a cool design, and Ja's going to be part of that distribution process. So congratulations and good job from the presumptive rookie of the year. Fish, stay safe. Can't wait to jump on the podcast with Keegan, and can't wait to give maybe the exclusive reissue of the Peter Mix. Is very exciting for all of us.
Yeah, and TJ, you're coming up on the show.
Okay,
so,
I thought we were both doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we.
I think it's going to be a separate thing. Yeah, I think.
Just let me know. I'm down, Rob. Just let me know.
I don't know if we could keep it under 2 minutes. It'd be terrible. Because I want you a full 2 minutes from you, man. So we'll do. And don't forget sponsors. So just give me the list, guys. At the end of the day, of all the people calling in wanting to sponsor Keegan Sports. So that's perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
there's no
appreciate
question. Fish, thank you, buddy.
You got it, fellas.
He is Rob Fisher joining us at the Fish Nation on the Twitter. Up next, your texts and phone calls. We'll get into this more into this John Morant initiative as well. Nike's doing very cool thing. So that is all next as we continue here. Sports 56 Mornings, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through the midday with Sports 56 Middays. Delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkheimer for Sunrise Buick GMC Truck. A lot has happened overnight, and just wanted to let you know we're open at Sunrise for all your automotive needs. Service, body shop, parts, and sales. Go online to sunrisememphis.com to schedule an appointment. Should you need a vehicle, we're offering 0% up to 84 months with deferred payments up to 120 days. You can shop online. We'll bring the car or truck to you. At Sunrise, we know you want to feel safe, so bring your car or truck to any Sunrise location, and we'll disinfect it at no charge. Sunrise, stress-free and safe. Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
Every home has things it needs, things that need to be maintained, fixed, or replaced. The Home Depot is here to help you get it done. You can easily find what you need on our app, order it online with the push of a button, and have it brought to your door with free delivery on over 1 million items. We have the essentials you need, the online know-how you may need to do it yourself, and low prices that make it all possible. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
First Bank is here to help you, whether you're a business looking for a loan to expand or refinance an existing one, a homeowner looking for a mortgage or home equity line, a consumer wanting to finance your dream car, or wanting a competitive rate on your CD deposits. Let First Bank try to handle your banking needs. Stop into one of First Bank's 3 local branches today, 6482 Poplar Avenue just east of International Paper, 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase, and 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or check them out online at firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sports 56 would like to recognize local businesses that are out there providing for the community. Let's support local business with your business. These local businesses include Gateway Tires, RW Heating, Memphis Auto Parts, Blake Insurance, Auto Save Insurance, Roto-Rooter, Neil's, Barden Stone. Sports 56 appreciates the support of local businesses always, but especially during this time. Thank you.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129.
Have you dreamed of owning a car that starts every time when you turn the key? A used car that looks good and doesn't break down when you go somewhere? Call 901-380-5800. Victory Auto Sales now. Do you want a car that doesn't come with a set of jumper cables in the front seat? Do you want a car that gets good gas mileage and really is reliable transportation? Call 901-380-5800. Victory Auto Sales now, or check out the website at victoryauto.org. Call or visit Victory Auto Sales at 4885 Elmore, just off Covington Pike now, for a car you can afford and financing that doesn't take your whole paycheck. When you call Victory Auto Sales at 380-5800, you You can throw away the jumper cables. When you buy a car from Victory Auto Sales, the tow truck driver will no longer be your best friend. Call Victory Auto Sales now, 901-380-5800, for a car that really is reliable transportation. Call 901-380-5800 now. That's Victory Auto Sales. VictoryAuto.org.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edminston and CJ Hertz. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
Baby, can't you see I'm calling? A guy like you should wear a warning.
Is this
It's dangerous.
Kid ball?
I'm calling.
Really? Yeah. That sounds like that kid. Is that a kid singing the Britney?
No, the Kids Bop is using kids real loosely. Kids Bop, that's got to be somebody in their late teens. By late teens, I mean like 18,
that's not
19.
a kid.
That's a grown
that's
up.
not a kid. That's a grown up, pretty much, right?
No, that's a kid.
What? No.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
That's a kid.
That's not a kid.
Yes.
No.
All the every single solo, the
No.
kid is singing it. There's a kid singing it.
A kid could be like lip syncing it, maybe.
No.
Yeah, like this part is definitely kids, and I don't like this part at all.
No, no. I don't like any of this. No, I don't like any of this. Not a fan.
Apparently, they hold contests nationwide to find kids.
I don't like.
So I
any
guess
of this.
I guess that is a kid.
No. We're not. No. Not having it.
Yeah,
Not having it.
Yeah, that's what's going on. So it's like an American Idol sort of competition, but for kids. And so they pick the kids and then they sing.
What? I mean, man. Well, I think you know what I like, CJ. We've talked about this before. I like
big butts,
and I think you like it too. I do. And I cannot lie.
Oh.
I've said that before. I will not lie about that. I can't lie about it, and I'm not gonna lie about it. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. And I would suspect, CJ, that you other brothers cannot deny it as well.
I wonder what you would do if a girl were to walk in with a, let's say, itty bitty waist with a round thing in your face. I wonder what would happen.
You'd certainly get sprung. There's no question about that. I mean, I think we all know. There's something about being hooked and can't stop staring. Anyway, you get the idea. You know what's going on here. Anacondas and Hondas and all that. We've all been there. But amongst the things I like, including those things that we've discussed, I also like pettiness. And petty squabbles.
Okay.
And taking shots for no real, good reason. That kind of thing. So it's fun that Steve Forbes, the new Wake Forest coach, formerly of East Tennessee, formerly Tennessee, formerly a lot of places. Steve Forbes, a well-known guy around here, taking some shots at Kentucky as he's trying to convince Olivier Sarr to stay with the Demon Deacons. He's he's in the transfer portal at the moment. As we all know, once you go in the portal, you don't really know exactly where you're going to come out. But like the guy Doorman, he opened the portal, and who knows where you're going to end up. So Sarr is in the portal. Olivier Sarr is in the portal, and he told Sarr yesterday. He says, "I think the most important thing is why would you go to Wake for 3 years, put all that time in to get this prestigious degree, and end up getting your degree at a place like Kentucky?"
Whoa!
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
What?
Now he said
I thought Kentucky was a pretty good school. My God.
I mean, so Forbes said that's no disrespect to Kentucky.
No, that is very disrespectful. No, that is very disrespectful.
Well, that's anybody. As we all know, anytime somebody says no disrespect, but that's going to be followed by something that is very much disrespectful. No offense, but I think you're an idiot. But I said no offense, so therefore I've inoculated myself from that criticism that you're likely to have of my comment. But I said no offense, so, then you're supposed to say none taken, even though you are, in your heart, actually offended. That's how we play this game.
According to Forbes, they have Kentucky as number 308 top colleges and universities in 2019. It's like that's not great, but there are a lot of colleges here. 308 is about middle of the pack. It's no Wake Forest. Not saying that.
Well, I feel like Olivier Starr is probably just going my assumption is that he would be going to play to Kentucky because he wants to play for a good basketball team, whereas Wake Forest has not really been that since Tim Duncan was there. I mean, when was Wake Forest relevant?
Yeah, Timmy D,
Randolph Childress,
no,
Tim Duncan,
yeah.
No, that was Georgia Tech. Who am I missing on the Wake Forest? Who else
was Chris Paul there?
Chris Paul.
I guess Chris Paul will be the
right.
last time.
That's right, Chris Paul. That's about it. So, I'm guessing Olivier Sarr is probably going to transfer based not on academics so much. Probably he would be a senior and he's not going to be a graduate transfer. So again, I don't even know. He's going to try to get a waiver. But I don't know why he would get a waiver. Is there some kind of hardship that I'm unaware of that's in Kentucky?
I don't know. I don't know how any
no
of this
disrespect,
is gonna work.
But I think it's really dumb to try that, and he's an idiot. He's stupid. The whole thing is dumb. No disrespect.
No disrespect.
No disrespect.
No disrespect, but you're a terrible human being. No disrespect.
Right.
All
No
respect.
dis- no-
all respect given.
All respect. Absolutely. Extremely respectful. With all due respect, you are a complete idiot. And I think you're a complete moron. And I think you're terrible at everything that you do. No disrespect.
None taken.
Why are we what when did we start doing that? When are we okay with that? I don't get it.
I don't know. But just the shot at the University of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Good
oh yeah,
grief.
that was a strong drive-by situation.
Yes.
We're out here just coming strong. Just doing the thing.
There's no reason to come that strong though, man. You don't have to come that way.
I wouldn't have thought so either, but here we are. Hey, you know what? Congratulations though. I think that's what these trying times, these troubled times that we're in. We're just trying to find good quality content, and that's good quality content.
Yeah.
So kudos to Steve Forbes is out here trying to make a name for Wake Forest. Trying to get Wake Forest back in the mix for everybody.
Notice how Steve didn't say, "Hey, we got a good basketball thing going."
Right.
It was, "Hey, why would you leave this place of higher learning, man?"
He's like, "Hey, we get
Hey.
look at these classes.
Look at these classes. These classes are great." He didn't say, "No, we could beat Kentucky in basketball. Certainly, we are building a powerhouse program down here that's going to rival some of the best in the nation." No, Forbes went straight to, "Hey, but we're smart down here, though. Why would you leave here and go kick it with those idiots up in Kentucky?"
I mean, get a school like
No disrespect.
Kentucky?
No disrespect.
No disrespect.
All respect given.
I mean, so much respect. An unbelievable amount of respect.
Yes.
But what a bunch of podunk idiots.
You guys
up there.
are idiots compared
Bunch
to
of
us.
dumb hillbillies who can't learn anything. No disrespect. What? Jeez Louise. All right, Steve.
Oh,
Fair enough.
man.
Like I said, I'm here for it. I love it. I'm all for petty nonsense, squabbling, etc. And going right at Kentucky, because you would think if somebody's going to transfer from Wake Forest to Kentucky, there's really nothing that could stop them, because that seems like a very logical move up. That's moving up in the world,
Yes.
So I would think that there would be no real argument that would be persuasive at all in that. But I applaud the fact that he's going for it. Good for him.
All respect given to Forbes and Wake Forest, but they suck at basketball. They are terrible at basketball. The sport of basketball, they are god-awful at right now. It would make sense for somebody to leave Wake Forest and go to Kentucky if they have eligibility, if they can make that work. Again, all respect given to Wake Forest and what they've done with their basketball program, but they are terrible. No disrespect.
No disrespect, and certainly none taken. But I think ultimately we got to get back to petty squabbles. Like, well, we know the Last Dance stuff is really bringing up some old squabbles. Somebody brought up the beef that not only did Jordan have a beef with Barkley and now still does, but Scottie Pippen for a long time did as well. Pippen said at the end of the '99 season, he said, "I wouldn't give Charles Barkley an apology at gunpoint." And they asked Charles about that, and he said, "Well, as you know, I always carry a gun with me, so if I get arrested for murder, y'all know he didn't apologize."
Charles is different, man.
That's where we got to get to that situation. That's where we got to get to right there. That's beautiful.
That's
That's
something
what it's all
else. My gosh, Barkley
Charles,
out here just
Charles cracks me up.
and we
Charles
just put him on
Charles
TV
is problematic.
we put him on TV and laugh at him.
I know. Charles is problematic, but that's funny.
Like he's not out here calling people spear chuckers and threatening to murder folks. Like, no, that's just Charles. He's funny.
That's just he's having fun out there, folks. But he does. The problem is that he throws in enough of these that are legitimately funny and not really problematic. That you can't. He's got enough changeup. He's not all fastball. He throws a little changeup in there every now and then. So you gotta give him that.
Whatever. You guys can give Charles what you want to give him, man.
I'm just saying he's funny. I'm not saying like he's not problematic. I'm just saying he's funny.
Okay.
That's a funny comment. You yourself.
That's fine. Yes.
Did you not laugh at that?
I did.
Yes.
I did.
You know why? Because it's funny.
Okay. That's fine. Y'all got him. Y'all got Charles. Have at it.
I didn't say.
Okay.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Come on, man. I mean, we have to separate out some of this stuff.
I don't think we do. I think
you don't think so?
We're fine. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not separating nothing from Barkley. Like, y'all got it. Cool. I get it. I get it.
I just think we need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation on this.
And some others, it's like, okay, cool. I get the appeal. I get the appeal and why we would find this type of person funny. I get it.
We need to have a conversation.
About what?
Well, that's just Charles's thing.
Okay.
Okay. It's time for a conversation.
All right, Charles.
Big on conversation.
Great.
When we come back, the latest on the stay-at-home situation. What are you going to do today that you couldn't do yesterday, if anything at all? And we'll get you set for middays. All that still to come here. Sports 56 Mornings, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7.
The word is out about R&R on Sports, where you've heard interviews from
Ken Griffith Jr., Dr. J, Hank Aaron, and many, many more.
Right here, R&R on Sports, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m., Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Don't miss it.
Farmers Insurance knows that when you're in the car and that song comes on, yes, that's the one, you have no choice but to pull out your imaginary drumsticks and smash those cymbals and stomp on that kick pedal, which unfortunately is the accelerator pedal. And we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent who knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Commitment, dedication, perseverance. At FedEx, our people are our strength. Even during these unprecedented times, we are delivering medical supplies, test kits, and the things you need every day. Helping the world move forward together. Strength, what we deliver by delivering. FedEx.
Hi, I'm Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roofing. Do you have any idea why I never speak the way I am right now? It's because if you're honest, sincere, and knowledgeable, you do not need fast-talking, high-energy, gimmick-promising advertising to get a customer's attention. Speaking of that, how do you think companies can offer huge rebates and giveaways when you use their services or buy their products? By overcharging you in the first place, that's how. Five-Ash Roofing doesn't operate that way. It's misleading and dishonest. When I provide a customer with the best products and the best service possible and do it at a fair price, why would I need gimmicks to sell it? Best products, best warranties, and best service possible. That's all we offer. Well, that and financing. Five-Ash Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hi, everybody, The Herd. Over 50 years ago, two men with a passion for motorsport and engineering began building race engines in an old abandoned mill. They saw an opportunity on every wide open road and an invitation in every curve. It was a chance to push the envelope, break all the rules. It was a chance to prove that a 2-ton family sedan could have the performance to compete in a 24-hour track race. But shocking the competition and building a reputation, it wasn't enough. Their vision was to expand upon the excellence they had created. This engineering company continued to validate their belief by putting race car engines in luxury sedans and proceeded to stun the elite in world motor racing by winning and winning and winning. We may never truly understand what drives Mercedes-AMG to break barriers, along with every record in the book, but here's to allowing us to enjoy the results. Learn more at mbusa.com/AMG. Mercedes-AMG. Driving performance.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edminston and CJ Hertz. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Peter and CJ.
It's going down for real. It's going down for real. It's
Going down for real.
Shake for it, shake. I'm throwing these hands in the sky, spinning this outside.
I don't know.
I don't really know the lyrics of the song other than it's going down for real.
I didn't want to say anything. You guys ruined my innocence with moves like Jagger. Jagger. Now I'm
moves like Jackert? Is that what you
yes.
just said?
Yes.
It's going. I don't even know the lyrics.
Well, right off top. I know what you came here to see. If you're a freak, then you're coming home with me.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know what you came here to do. Now bust it open for me. Let me see you get low.
Get low.
Loose. Get low. It's going down for real.
Going down for real.
Your girl just kissed a girl.
Oh.
I do buy chicks. Shake for a shake. All right. I don't think there's any.
So yeah, I
any
feel like
reason
we've established the. So you've done well here, Zach. This is sort of a reverse from the norm, where you're kind of ahead of the game. You're ahead of us here. Normally, we're ahead of you on this one, but you're ahead of us on this one.
Well, most of these songs were part of my childhood, so it was like I like you knew the songs and you go to school and you sing them, but then like after a while, after a few times after you say the lyrics, it's like, wait, what am I saying here? And then you go back and you look at it and then you realize, oh, like that's not it for me. I'm not about that life, but it's a good song.
You're not about that life. As we mentioned earlier, the folks at Nike are donating a whole bunch of shoes and socks to frontline workers, nurses, doctors, and folks in healthcare institutions. These are really Zoom they're Zoom Pulses, Nike Zoom Pulses, that are cool. They have like a kind of a heartbeat pattern on the sole of the shoe that's like in red and blue. And they have some red and blue colorway. It's kind of a red and blue, white colorway with hope on it and some medical symbols and that kind of thing. Very special. Looks like a pretty comfortable shoe to be wearing as you're walking up and down in the hospital and all that. John Morant, Jock Peterson are going to be helping to deliver these. So kudos to Ja for that, and good job to Nike for doing this as well. And I think it's a nice thing to step up and seeing folks like that doing some good work. You always appreciate that.
Yeah, that's one of those good stories in this time. One of those that there are bunches of those out there circulating around right now where people are coming together to give back to those who are really and truthfully in need. Hats off to Nike and hats off to John Morant for doing that.
Also, congratulations to Ron Artest, a.k.a. Meta World Peace, who is changing his name again. He is now a Meta Standiford Artest.
Meta whom?
Meta Sandiford Artest. That's his wife's name is Maya Sandiford. So he's taking his wife's name, melding it with his original name, but sticking with the Meta. So he's now Meta Sandiford Artest. This was on Danny Green's show Inside the Green Room. He said at one point that he was when he initially changed his name to Meta World Peace, he thought to himself, "This is the dumbest thing ever." And
okay.
He was not alone in that.
Okay.
He said he wanted to inspire and bring youth together all around the world. Now, shockingly, changing his name to Meta World Peace did not seem to do that.
Really?
Youth around the world have not, as I understand it, been inspired to come together based
That's
upon
surprising,
hearing
though.
the name. It is a little surprising.
Thinking
You
about
would have
what he
thought
meant
that
to the
maybe,
NBA.
think about what he means to kids around the world. Ron Artest.
I mean, one of the moments from my childhood is one of my favorite moments is Ron Artest, Steven Jackson going up there together, showing true camaraderie, true friendship, true fellowship in the Palace.
Situation, certainly.
I didn't say that part, but they definitely look like buddies. They were definitely friends. That is
Well,
definitely
his name wasn't Meta Friendship. It was Meta World Peace. That's the problem. If you changed his name to Meta Friendship, then it would have been.
That would work. That may have brought people together.
Yeah.
Yes.
It might have. It might have done. Ironically, might have done more for world peace. But it seems though the world has become less peaceful since he changed his name. So I don't know if that's worked out. He said he also was changing his name, debating to change his name to Queensbridge, which is where he's from, or which I think would have been better. So Hood, Meta So Hood.
That one was also on display that night in the Palace. Yes.
He also says the rumors that he had changed his name to a Panda Friend when he moved to China were not true. I was unaware of those rumors.
No, I was aware of them. I was keeping up.
Oh, really?
I knew he had a thing for pandas.
Well, apparently he says that's not true.
Okay,
So,
that's unfortunate.
his name is not Panda Friend or anything, Panda Express or anything.
That would be a terrible superpower to have. Like, hey,
controlling pandas?
I'm gonna make you friend of the pandas. Give you control over the pandas. It's like 10 of them in the wild. You can't do anything with that.
But they're so cute. If you
can't do anything with that.
The cuteness alone would be amazing. You'd be able to dominate the world just by
cute pandas,
bringing them around and just having them sit down. Like, look at this little guy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, it's a panda. Come on. Especially baby pandas. If there's a baby panda, forget about it. All over. You could dominate the world with cuteness. We're dominating the world with cuteness as well. We'll do that again tomorrow on the program. We're going to bring our buddy, 5-Star in. Dustin 5 Stars. We talk a little wrestling. I'm excited about that. We'll do that tomorrow on the program. Coming up next, of course, it is middays. Y'all stay safe out there.